she was just there for the season.
Krew Season Podcast. We are back again. This is episode 119. I think.
Cracking.
Damn, ain't even here to give us the Spanish. Come on, Smooth.
Yeah, I don't know it.
Turn me up.
I don't know it. I'm with the community, but I don't know the lingo. Yeah, brother.
Turn me up a little bit more.
Mic check, mic check. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2.
Right there.
Oh God. Oh God. Oh God.
Get the fuck out.
They gonna be working.
Like he the producer. Turn me up a little
I knew
bit.
it was some bullshit. I just wanted to make sure.
Hit him with that usher real quick.
Hell nah. Kitty T is in the building, man.
Y'all know Smooth is in the motherfucking building. What's cracking?
I'm D Trill AC. This is another episode of the Krew Season Podcast, man. Ricky Romance couldn't join us today. He's out there in Vegas being romantic. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But bro gonna be back next week, man. We gonna get this thing cooking. How's everybody doing before we get this thing started?
Gucci, man.
Everybody good?
Gucci, man.
Wasn't getting no arguments today or none of that. Like, it'd been a peaceful day. It'd been real cool.
Everything been Gucci, man.
I'll say I love it.
I just want some more money.
Well, by the looks of things, nah. Nah, just kidding. But not really. We're gonna get into, we got a wild docket today. Mm-hmm. And I kind of want to start off with the wildest clip that we done been being sent pretty much all day today and all day yesterday. It's in regard to the friendship dynamic. Now, we done spoke on this before. In terms of, I think Smooth said so eloquently one day, if you can hit the baddest one in the group, then you can hit them all. Mm. And the reasoning he gave behind it, if y'all remember, was the insecurity amongst the other women in the group. There's a sense of insecurity there. They'll never say it out loud. Mm-mm. They won't speak on it, but there's a sense of envy when they go out in groups and one girl gets chose more than everybody else, and one chick just constantly getting looked over. Well, today we in luck. We have a woman that's, on the bottom of that totem pole who decided to come out.
Decided to open her mouth.
And be honest. And tell the truth. So we're going to play this clip. I want to get y'all take on
she don't like hanging with her friends. Y'all ain't really my friends. I'm just here. That's what she said.
Here we go. Hold on.
Ladies, can we start a thread? Because I want to talk about something that I haven't heard. And I just want to know if any women are experiencing this. Quick backstory. Coming up, I always had low self-esteem. I never felt attractive. I didn't really have friends. I was pretty much a loner. And so as an adult, I still have some of those thoughts in my mind. And it could honestly affect how I present myself when I'm out. But with that said, I have a lot of gorgeous friends, okay? Everybody's pretty. Can we talk about how we are not the woman that's ever approached in the friend group? More specifically, how you internalize it, how you deal with it. Because it's hard for me to believe that I'm the pretty girl when I'm out and men don't approach me. I tell you guys all the time that I get the most attention from guys on the internet, not out in public. I for the most part, I'm never approached, just to keep it a buck. Or I'm approached by super older guys, 50 and up. Nobody in my age range. And I don't care how many times my friends tell me I'm pretty. People at church tell me I'm pretty. When it's all said and done and I'm in a room with them, I'm never seen. And it's kind of hard to deal with. And then you can't even really talk to your homegirls about it, because if you tell them, then they're going to be self-conscious about how they are in your presence, and you don't want to dim their light because you love them. But what do I have to do? Distance myself from pretty people? That doesn't make sense. I don't know. How do y'all deal with it? Do you talk to your homegirls? Do you just internalize it? Do you talk to other people? Do you just ignore the feelings? Because that's my thing. When I'm by myself and I meditate or I look at myself in the mirror, I feel beautiful. And then I get around other pretty girls and I feel like the ugly duckling. And nobody can convince me that I'm attractive. That's why it's hard for me to receive compliments. That's why it's hard for me to trust that what people are saying they mean, because my life experience tells me otherwise.
She crying right now? Or?
Otherwise. So how do you deal with it? If
Thoughts?
Matt, how you deal with being an ugly duckling?
I never had that experience in my life. I don't know how that feel, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta play in your arena, man. Sound like you ain't in your arena. That's what it look like. That's what it sound like. And you hurt because everybody in this other arena don't see you as you want them to see you. Well, just step out that arena and go across the street. Somebody in there might notice you. You know what I'm saying? It's certain times to hang out with certain friends. You know what I'm saying? Uh-oh. Especially in the women's group. It's certain times to hang out with certain friends. See, men typically don't have these problems because all men got to do is just flash some bread. You know what I'm saying? Flash some bread, you smell good, got a good mouthpiece. You know what I'm saying? In a sense, it's easier for men because we the one have to do the shooting and all these type of things, right? But for you, you sound like a woman that don't want to shoot your shot, so you want to be approached. That means you got to go play in your arena. You know what I'm saying? And it sound like you not in the arena you need to be in. Sound like you're not even close.
Sound like she made a mistake.
Yeah.
If you in a group of 10 women and you the ugliest one out of all of them.
She say all of them get approached except her. So that let me know.
If it's 10 of y'all, goddamn, you want 11 niggas to come and shoot at?
And first off, niggas don't roll in 11 deep. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. Like typically, men gonna roll, you know what I'm saying, 3 to 4 deep, maybe 5, maybe. But it's gonna be 3 to 4 deep when men go out. So, and you better believe that group of men, if all of them single, they trying to holler at the prettiest girls in the group. That's just how it works.
A lot of niggas like to shoot out a lot of men like to shoot out they range. It's a fact. Just like you like to shoot out your range. It's a fact. And if you in the below of that range realm of where they shooting at, you just ain't gonna get approached. And if you getting approached by people online, what does it matter when you go out? Nobody want to see you. Nobody want to approach you. At least you're getting approached by people online. Like, find ways. If you want to be approached, then don't go out with your beautiful ass friends that obviously look better than you. If that's what you're looking to go out for, to be approached. If you're looking to go out to have fun, then go out and have fun. Don't worry about being approached by some guys. But if you're looking out to go and be approached and have a conversation with, man, then don't go out with that group. That's what I would do.
Facts.
Because if I'm looking to go out and be approached, I might as well just go to a bar and chill by myself. I'm not going to hang with a group of people. If I know that it's the slim pickings and my chances of getting approached is going to be slim to none. Especially I ain't going to go out with the finest motherfucker in the group. You serious? That's like going to a job interview with somebody that's got three doctorates in the same field as you and you only got a bachelor's degree.
Or going to the club with your millionaire homeboy and you ain't got no money in your account.
Come on. You gotta weigh your options. You know that's how it is. That's how it's gonna be. I mean, you're not the most attractive one in the group.
And then what's crazy, you've been knowing this for years. You've been knowing this for years, bro. And you ain't never tried to switch it. You ain't never tried to switch your game up, switch your strategy up to get hollered at, nothing. You just want to continue to go out and feel crazy.
No, she want...
Or you want the attention from the men that your girls is getting attention from.
There we go.
She want her friends to feel the same kind of dismay as she feels whenever she goes out. She wants to be the boss one to say, oh yeah, this dude hit on me while she's with all her other pretty friends. That's what it feels like to me.
She want to be able to partake in those conversations.
Partake in it. She want to feel like, oh, hey, this is how I feel when y'all get approached and I don't. I just want to be at the top of the list. And you're not at the top of the food chain right now.
Car ride home. That's what O was saying last part. He said he used to do a little Uber driving. Say chicks to come, you pick chicks up from the club. Like, yeah, girl, I got approached 3 times tonight. I got 2 numbers. I got 3 numbers. She ain't able to partake in none of them conversations. You know, but I mean, at the end of the day, I think, you know, the boy summed it up pretty well. In that scenario, you know, I don't know. I mean, it's a situation where, like, you know, the circumstances are what they are. Coming online and complaining about it is not going to change that. You're not going to guilt trip no man into approaching you. And even if you are able to, why would you want a man that you had to guilt trip to approach you. That's not the case. You can look at these things one of two ways, right? You can look at it in a way like, okay, well, I want the type of attention that my friends are getting. But instead of being envious, instead of questioning the whole scenario or whatever and get mad at the scenario, figure out what it is about them that's getting them chose and adapt some of those traits. Now, you know, we in 2022. Looks can be adjusted. Clearly, we know it's a dude named Hennessy out there in Florida that done finessed 20 or 30 dudes out of, you know what I mean? They got plastic surgeries and all type of things, brand new vaginas and all type of stuff. There's a lot of surgeries and things of that nature going on. So you got to ask yourself, if it's that important to you to get the type of men that are approaching your friends, you need to go about measures of looking like your friends or looking close to them. If that attention is not the attention you want, then just like they said, you should distance yourself. Not saying that you got to cut them off, whatever the case may be, but y'all don't need to be hanging out at the same spots. You need to be going to chase some dudes that you may feel like got some substance. Let's just be honest here. Most dudes approaching you at the club, they not approaching you for no long-term relationship. So you saying you want the shallow type of attention, clearly. So you need to go do shallow things to get that type of attention. But you can't sit down and complain about the rules of the game. The rules of the game are not changing. That's just not what it is. You coming on here to find your tribe of people that's getting chose the least and all of that. That's not going to do anything. If you're trying to make progress, what y'all need to be getting together and do, if y'all going to create a tribe or y'all going to create a support group, y'all need to be coming together to figure out how the hell do we progress from this spot.
He said a tribe.
That's just honest. But you know, just like dudes with money, like we could sit there and complain all day. Oh man, women just want, you know, when we out with our homeboy that got money in the car and the money and all that, and the women choosing him, he got all the jewelry on. You can get mad. Look at these gold digging ass women, man. It's crazy, man. They just, you know what I mean? Damn, they all they want is some money.
Well, then get your money up, nigga.
Exactly.
Get your money, hey, to play in that arena, baby.
Exactly.
Get your money up.
And men don't complain about that.
Because the rules of engagement are the rules of engagement. You can either do that if you want that type of attention. And again, it's all about what you want. If you want that type of attention, you need to make adjustments to you that'll get you that type of attention. But if that ain't the attention you want, then you can make, you know, again, go another route. But you can't sit there and complain about the rules of the game because it's a waste of time. It's not going to change. You made this video, you went viral. When you go out in the club, men are not going to now approach you because they know you feel bad for that. I mean, it just is what it is. And, you know, that's my only thing. Like, people spend way too much time complaining about things that they have the ability to change. And you do. Whether it's you got to lose weight, get your ass in that gym, or go pay Dr. Miami and get on that table, or whatever it is.
Or both.
Because a lot of these baddies out here doing the same thing. They still going to get the surgery.
Yep, they getting their weight down to get their face. Because when you get your weight down, your face slim up.
Right.
They get their face to slim up, and then they go get that table.
Yeah, not everybody can look like me. It's a thin line between sexy and Kenny.
This ugly ass boy, man.
Get the fuck out.
What?
This ugly ass boy that goes sit down.
Please.
Now I know how y'all feel when we go out and that's why you niggas don't buy me shots. Everybody else got a shot except for me.
Nigga say it's all out on the table today.
Then the way to come by, I'm like, hey, where's my shot? They ain't get you one. All right, well, let me get one by myself.
I expected some shit like this for you niggas.
By the time I get my shot, they done already took this.
Hell no.
I can't even touch the hookah. It's all hookah.
It's like we passing it by him.
Nigga done missed 4 rotations and he looking for it. Oh, it ain't me. It ain't me. But I mean, but it's just wild though. I think this video dropping was dope though, because again, like I said before we played it, it's an honest look at the dynamics of these friendships, man. And just like she said, I'm not hating on my friends. I'm not, but yes, you are.
You are.
You are.
You are.
And I mean, it's not malicious hate.
And you may not be hating. You just
it's envious.
You envy. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? And that's natural. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. But you should use that as motivation to get yourself where you need to be. Because, sweetheart, let me explain something. It's women that look a lot worse than you, or used to. look a lot worse than you.
Wait.
That's looking.
That's cold.
I'm just saying. Nah, I ain't even saying it like that. I ain't even saying it like that.
I hear you though.
What I'm saying is that you don't look bad.
She don't.
So all it's gonna take is a couple tweaks. You go get the, you know what I mean, just a couple tweaks to get you at the level. You may not ever get to where your friends at, but you can get close.
But for the attention she want, all she gotta do is just drop that weight, and hey, you might have to go. You might not have to get the knife. You might can get some of the little lipo shit that they be in. You know,
Man, start going out with your ugly friends.
if you want
crazy.
that type of attention, but she want a different type of attention though.
She go out with the ugly friends. Ain't nobody getting the
And they buying their own drinks. That's cold.
Hey, you gotta find your atmosphere, dog. You gotta find your atmosphere. Niggas will buy drinks. That's a fact. I don't care what you look like. If you out with a group of girls, you got one that's halfway decent. There's some mediocre dudes out there that's gonna buy drinks.
Yeah, like
we know that.
Like the older men she talking about.
That's in her bracket. We can't do that. We can't say, hey, oh, she want niggas that look like me. That ain't gonna happen.
No, I keep telling you ugly, man.
Nah, somebody cut this nigga microphone off.
She want dudes that look. I mean, what is she going for? There's probably dudes out there that's in the same bracket as her that's gonna approach her.
Look here.
She said they approach her online. The fact that she's going out with women that's top tier.
Could they approach online because she got them angles down online? That's what
yeah.
it is.
She's a McDonald's man.
She propping up to.
What? Y'all know what I mean.
About to get canceled. I don't know why.
Y'all know what I mean. You get the Big Mac. It's all luscious and everything all nice, and then you get the sandwich and the cheese on top of the bread.
Wow.
So it look like a nigga
got
that
the pickles.
punching the sandwich.
Look, he gave it to you because he was frustrated. He ordered a what? That nigga that man. That nigga that
That's
man.
sad. But I mean, it is a lot of women like that for real. They be online. They working them angles. They got the breasts sitting right. They got the right arts or whatever. And then you run into them offline and it be like, fam, hell nah. Like, so I'm guessing that's what she's scared of or whatever. But you know, it's insecurities everywhere in many people. It's a bunch of dudes that's handsome that's insecure. You know what I'm saying? And you know, you may be able to finesse them. It's all a game of finesse at the end of the day. So, you know, your friends might get approached all the time, but you may need to go initiate.
Yeah.
Because they got girls like that. And again, like confidence is sexy to a man.
Right.
So, you know, if you feel confident enough in yourself to go, that's not saying that, you know, every attractive dude is gonna go for that. But I'm saying you may get 1 or 2 out of 10, and that's maybe all you need. All you gotta do is get it right one time.
That's it.
That's it. You know what I'm saying? So technique is important to who it is. Like you can't use the same technique that your friends use. You're not as bad as them. And that's just what it is. That's life. Mm-hmm. It's always gonna be somebody that look better than you. I mean, you know, unless you me. But what I'm saying is this though, is that a lot of times you're gonna be able to come in there and finagle the situation according to what your strengths is. You may be the funny one out the group. They just the finest. So you may be able to laugh at a guy that's Hanes boxers or something. So you got to find what your strength is and use that. It's the same thing with men. Like every man ain't rich. Every man ain't got money. But there's plenty of dudes that be out with they millionaire homies or whatever and still able to pull something. Cause he just, you know, he a vibe. He a cool dude to be around. He got the room laughing and joking and whatever, and you know whatever. He gonna get him by association. Same way you would be. Say if you got 2 of your baddest, which, you know, 2 or 3 your baddest friends, y'all get called over to this little party or whatever, it's a bunch of dudes there, you may be able to get in the room and finesse. But if you ain't confident in yourself,
they may be dingbats. And you out there just talking up, just that mouthpiece is just fire. You can get a nigga with mouthpiece too.
Fact.
Boy, quick.
That's a fact.
Quick.
A man with mouthpiece too.
Yeah.
Especially if you challenging his ego.
You funny, you cool, you just gonna, you know, you like to talk. Hey,
man, this game is, the shooting game for a woman is easy, bro. Nigga give you some conversation, you start conversating with him, and you can just challenge his ego a little bit with sports or just something in common, bro. You got the nigga, bro.
Now y'all got a whole convo going.
You got the nigga, bro.
Not your friends.
Even if you want to just beat, you got the dude.
Your 10 friends envious of you, the foe.
Yep.
Exactly. Because they looking at it like, damn, I can't do that.
But they don't want to shoot their shot.
I can't
they
get
want to
men
be
like
approached,
that.
dog.
That's the thing.
But let's just face it, a lot of pretty women they don't know how to shoot their shot. They don't know how to dance with a dude and
That's because they always
shoot
get
their
approached.
shot with a dude. Exactly.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
If you ain't never had to do it, you don't know how to do it.
So that's probably what you need to do for real.
A lot of times it'd be easy. It'd be the same thing with dudes. Like, you ain't got to be the best looking, but you could dress well. You could smell good. You can make people laugh. You can be a vibe, and you'll get women based on that. It's plenty of dudes out here that's moving like that. But it's the same thing with women. Like, if you fly as hell all the time and you smell good, your hair's done, nails is done all the time, like that adds points to your score. It may be low regular, but that right there add points. Like, damn, she fly, she cool as hell.
And these days, hygiene ain't regular. That's top tier.
Man.
Nick, we was in Krew the other day. Fam.
He said, Cap.
Fam, that girl.
Bro.
Don't do that, man.
I
I know you talking about.
I ain't never smelled nothing like that before in my life.
He said it 3 times too. When you said that, he said, "Bro."
Fam,
He said, "Bro, next time she comes, let's switch seats."
Switch seats.
I said, "Nah, fam, we ain't switching seats."
It was that bad, bro.
Hell no.
Smelled
Hold
like
on,
she
we was at camp?
Nah, it was just me and Kenny. We went to
y'all was
another
at play, yeah.
establishment.
Yeah, we was at
we
another
ain't gonna name it.
establishment.
It was another establishment.
It was rough.
But she was smelling that bad?
That what he said.
See?
I ain't even want to talk. I
I'm
just
telling
nod
you,
my
fool,
head.
that ain't even like
I
smelling
don't
good.
care what she said. Just nod my head. Hey, get up out of here.
Smelling good, bro, is top tier out here, bro.
It's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you run into somebody that smell good all the time is rare, bro. Like, you can't run into me all day. Sorry.
Y'all slip them in so smooth though.
See how these niggas copying me? They learning from Big Daddy.
Paying attention,
They
dog.
learning from Big Daddy over
Tired
here.
of you. You just got one more time. I'm about to start cutting mics off. All right, man. Prayers to all parties involved, man. Again, I just want to send my prayers out to her, bro. Like, I want you to be confident in yourself. Like, if you see this clip by any chance, run into this party, see this clip, man, I want you to be confident in yourself. You will never get a man moving with insecurity. Never. Don't matter how you look. And even if you get him, you won't keep him if you insecure in yourself. So you got to figure it out, bro. Go get what you got to get done. If you got to get your ass in that gym, you do that. If you want to go the knife route, you do that. Whatever it takes to get you to where you feel confident with what you see in the mirror, then you're going to see your luck change.
Yep.
But right now, you're not confident in yourself. And it's clear.
And you might need to practice with niggas under you. Niggas that's real ugly. You know what I'm saying? You might need to practice your game.
Really and truly. So
Because that's how men get it together.
yeah, man, it's it's all about progress. It's all about the work that you putting in. You cannot sit down and just complain about circumstances and expect them to change. The world is not going to change. You can adjust what your fate is or what your results are, but the world is going to be the world. You can either adapt to it or you can sit back and complain. It's one of the two. But the world is not going to change. So, prayers to all parties involved. We're going to keep this thing moving. This was a clip, man, that came out a couple weeks ago that we didn't get a chance to cover. But I don't know if y'all familiar with the rapper Finesse 2 Times.
Nope.
Of course.
That boy out here cooking, man. Salute to Finesse 2 Times. But apparently he was dating Erica Banks, another rapper out of Houston. And they ended up breaking up. Everybody was wondering, like, damn, what happened? Well, he explained why. I'm going to play it. And then I want to get y'all take on what his explanation was.
Yeah, put it on their own.
What's she doing?
Kids
Talk
that
to
they
him like a
love
homeboy?
you. But I don't believe them.
Right, fat. Check this out. Listen, if I'm chopping with you and you a female, man, and you know what I'm saying, we having a decent conversation, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm an older nigga, man. I ain't now one of these young new dumbass rappers, man. You know what I'm saying? Don't be calling me gang. Don't be calling me no motherfucking simp. Don't say, boy, please. Don't. I take offense to all this shit. I don't play like that. Don't play with me like that. Like, don't do that. Like, I'm a grown motherfucker. I'm a cold-blooded man. Like, I ain't no young nigga. I ain't no little. Don't do that. You know what I'm saying? And cause I'm looking for a woman if I'm talking to you. Like, I ain't looking for no motherfucking man. I don't need you hollering about gang this and simp this and boy, please this. And I'm looking for a feminine female, man, when I'm chopping it with you.
Thoughts?
That's a fact.
That boy said, I don't want to be talking to one of my niggas when I'm in the car with you.
That's what he was saying. When I first seen the clip, I was like, yeah, man.
I don't like that either. That's unattractive. Don't hit me with gang. Don't be cursing a lot. I don't like none of that.
Making a fool in public,
Don't be
loud.
using all these goddamn slang words and
Nah, I'm cool.
that's childish to me, bruh.
I'm cool.
Talk regular. Have some kind of etiquette with you.
But for them, that might be regular, bro.
All right, you're gonna be regularly dumped. I can't deal with it. I'm like talking to one of my homeboys. No, I want to talk to a woman.
Yeah, make me feel like I'm talking to a dude. Like, nah, I'm cool.
I say, oh yeah, let's go here. Yeah, let's go here, gang.
She done said gang.
Big dog.
You didn't hug her.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Get out of here, man. You feel like a dude.
Did I just hug a nigga?
Yeah, that's real shit, man. Get out of here.
What y'all got to say to the women saying, "Oh, he just sensitive. These men sensitive these days. How you gonna tell me how to talk?"
You know what I'm saying? She talking tougher than me. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I ain't gotta tell you how to talk. I just ain't for me.
That ain't.
We just ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
You talk how you want to talk, cool. But it ain't for me.
You niggas just sensitive these days. Ugh.
No,
Yeah, man. I agree with the boys, man. I'm sorry.
I can't take cursing at all.
Yeah,
First of all, I hate my woman to be cursing because I'm not gonna curse at you. Don't curse at me, and we ain't even gonna curse a lot at all either.
Oh, so you mean just cussing? Period. Not at you necessarily.
When we're conversating, like cursing is irrelevant, really, in a lot of conversations. Like if you aggravated or whatever it is going on, you ain't got to say the F-bomb 62 times. Or bitches 78 times.
Yeah, I don't even talk like that, man. The most I'm gonna say to my wife, look at this damn girl. Look at this damn nigga.
I was in the military. I know a sailor's mouth.
Like, come on, man.
I got that shit all the time. When I come home, I ain't trying to hear that no more. Like, let's have some cool, calm conversation.
I couldn't talk to no woman that was like, man, this bitch at work and all that. I couldn't do that, fool. I couldn't, bro.
Because if you do that, like, to me, if you're always cursing in a conversation whenever we get in an argument, I'm gonna get cursed out. And I'm going to be pissed. Because I'm not going to disrespect you like that, so don't disrespect me.
Calling your man a bitch ass nigga and all. I can't, man.
Oh, I bet you she was doing that.
Oh, you already know. Man, come on.
Wait, man.
I can't do that, bro. Like, I'm done. I'm cool.
I'm done. You
can
call me a
have
simp. You call me a simp, whatever you want. I'm done. We won't have a conversation again.
This man just weak.
You right. Weak ass.
Man,
I'm cool.
Be weak.
I need me a real one. I can just say whatever I want, and he gonna take it. He gonna understand it because he a real one.
And then when y'all both doing that, and then that shit happen in public, you gonna feel stupid. You gonna feel stupid. He call you a bitch in front of 100 people in Walmart because you picked up the wrong cookies. You gonna feel stupid as fuck. Like, nah, I'm cool, man. Y'all can keep that on y'all side, man.
Yeah, I think, man, these women be trying to be too cool and too down, my nigga. They be trying to pick up your slang and like feeling like they used your slang to you, then that's gonna earn them cool points. Like some slang, like it's cute, it's funny here and there, but that's just not it, bro. Like men want a woman, bro. We want a woman. I don't want to be laid up next to my homie, my nigga. Like what are we doing here?
What are we doing?
Nah, don't the gang, bro. Big dog, my nigga, none of that. No. I need a woman.
That's how you talk to my homies. You call my homies, bro.
Right.
Big dog. That's what you call my homie. You don't call me that.
I'm Big Daddy.
Big Zed.
Big Zaddy.
That's real, man. Like, nah, bro.
Call me Lord.
Because it gotta be some kind of switch. But the funny part is women will tell you in a minute. Don't talk to me like you talk to your homeboy. They'll tell you that in a minute. Because sometimes they'll be like asking, well, just keep it real, whatever. Then we'll give them a taste of that. You know what I'm saying? Because they always be talking about, y'all don't feel like y'all can talk to us like about anything. You can talk to me about anything. Da, da, da. So when you get to bringing up your friend some trifling shit she did, and I can say, yeah, man, that's a trifling asshole, man. She out there. Don't talk about my friend like that. Shit like that. So nah, we need that same respect. When you with me, man, you act like a woman, bro. I don't want to be with no nigga. If that was the case, I'd date my homeboys. Why would I want to be with you?
Yeah, hey, come on, man.
That shit make the sex don't even. I'm questioning. You questioning shit now? Are you Hennessy from Florida?
She got a camera on me in private. What's going on?
Hey, shout out to Hennessy, man.
Let's move on from this topic.
You know what? You're right. Let's move on.
That is move on.
Next subject. Recently, Hennessy in Florida. It was it was a man, right?
It was a man.
That's in the trans community. Y'all walked me to it. I was trying to stay on air, but whatever. Y'all walked me into it. It's all good. Let's break it down. So essentially, there's somebody that's in the trans community, right? Name's Hennessy. Now, apparently, she went out there. She got a sex change. Brand new vagina. She got breasts. She got all of that. Whatever the case may. You got to respect her pronouns. Her pronouns.
I am respecting that, but you was born a he.
Look, she got a vagina now,
and she done been out there finesse. So apparently, she done been out there doing her thing out there,
getting beat down,
getting beat. down. You understand me? And then all of a sudden, something hit the timeline to where it came out that she used to be a man, right? So all of these dudes that have been messing with her, you know what I'm saying? They seen in videos with her. They all at the beach with her, selfies, all type of shit. All of a sudden, people trying to, you know, get ghosts. Or people trying to just chaotic. No, she fooled me. She trapped me. She lied to me. I didn't know. I didn't da-da-da-da-da. It's all it is. People going to take lie detector tests and all type of stuff. Why y'all oh, it's real. I'm not lying. It's real.
Fam, how you wake up at 8 a.m. in the morning and schedule a lie detector test? That is godly.
Bro.
So apparently, you know, so again, people trying to save their reputations.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to y'all is this, because this done been thrown around. People saying that it should be a crime.
It should.
For you not to tell somebody that you was born another gender than you proclaim to be now. Do y'all agree that that's a crime or should be a crime?
I do agree.
Yes. Reason being, because it can get dangerous. It can get real dangerous. That shit could get life threatening, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just real,
Yeah.
bro.
You ain't supposed to laugh at that, B.
Hey, I don't mean to make that funny, but real shit, bro. Like, you seen that shit hit the timeline? Everybody, the whole world seen that shit, bro. Hit the timeline, bro. What if the men that she was messing with, you know what I'm saying, that dude was messing with, you know what I'm saying, would have been on that type of time and went laid her down? Then what y'all would have said? You know what I'm saying? Would y'all would have said they was wrong? You know what I'm saying?
Minding my business.
Hey, that's all I'm at. That's all I want to know. Would y'all would have said them dudes was wrong because, you know what I'm saying? Because when that shit hit the timeline, they was shaming them dudes. Mm-hmm. Still is right now shaming them dudes. And you got some family members looking at them crazy. You get what I'm saying? Like, did you check ID and all this shit here? Like, man, it's a lot of shit going on with this shit, bro. Mm-hmm. So one of them dudes would have came back and did some fatal shit to this person. Then what? That is all I be asking, bro. Then what? So in my opinion, that shit should be a crime if you don't tell somebody, hey, I was born this.
Would you say sexual assault?
No,
because that's
sexual assault. That's all that to the highest degree.
This right here is what was being thrown around, right? They was equating it to like when you having sex, and like some men when they have sex, they pull the condom off without telling the girl or something like that, or they may have a disease and they have sex with the girl knowingly.
If you have HIV knowingly and you have sex with somebody else and give them HIV, that is a crime.
Correct.
But also, I think it should be laws like, you know, like that's a crime, right? With HIV. Mm-hmm. Now that they got them pills that make you undetectable, you don't give it to nobody. If you're taking your pills and all that type of shit on time, how you doing it? Yeah, no, you won't give it to them. If you become undetectable, with them pills, you won't give it to nobody. I think you should tell that. I think it should be
undetectable and transferable is two different things.
Nah, you won't be able to transfer. I ain't gonna say nothing, but I know somebody. Let's just say that.
Oh my God,
I know somebody.
This is going left.
I have to do some research, but I get what you're saying. Yeah.
So I think that should also be known on the table. Hey, I got HIV, but I'm undetectable. You get what I'm saying? So at your own risk, type of shit. Same thing with what's his name? What's her name? Yeah. It should be, hey, I was born this. Are you cool with that? Because you got some men out here cool with that. They be cool, and you got some men that ain't. So it should be an even playing field, bro. Like, come on, bro.
Here's a question: how soon is that conversation supposed to happen?
Off the rip.
I think before sex, really. I mean, you can't put a time on when the conversation is supposed to happen, but I think at a time of when sexual intercourse happens, or maybe kissing. You know, something like that. Or even if you go to like public, because what bothers me that she's using this to publicly humiliate these men.
Correct. Mm-hmm.
She or he, whatever you want to call yourself, to publicly humiliate these men. So now you honestly did this on purpose to make these men humiliate these men. Knowing whether other people say, hey, she look like a man, how can you not know? I mean,
there's a lot of women.
Honestly, there's a lot of women out here that look even way better than what she looked like, and you will never even know.
Right.
But the fact of the matter is like making, you know, I mean, just being honest with yourself. Like, even if you came out and said, hey, look, I was born a man. I wouldn't have the surgery and stuff done. Do you still want to continue with this? They might get mad, but they ain't going to go tell nobody.
Right.
Because they already going to feel bad about the day they got swindled.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But then you go ahead and you have sex with all these men and come out and say, oh, well, look, I done did this with this person.
Look what I did to these fool-ass
niggas. This with this person. This was deliberately wanted to humiliate these young men.
And that's targeting attacks.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care what nobody say. Oh, you can see what in this. No. Nigga, you got alcohol involved, drugs involved. There's some women that have strong facial features that look like men that aren't men.
That's true. I know a couple of
and to have that conversation with a woman that isn't a man or was never born a man, it's even more disrespectful.
Right.
Because especially if it's somebody that you like, you might say, oh, well, you know what? Man, come into a conversation with a woman that is definitely a woman. You're like, well, I don't know. Hey, were you born a man? That's the type of conversations you're going to have now. That's the type of precedence that she's setting. Damn. She or he is setting.
Yeah.
Because you can go to Thailand and Bangkok and there's...
I need a birth certificate with the number on there so I can call the hospital and ask them, hey, what was this gender?
It's already hard enough fucking asking people for their diseases and when the last time they got tested. Mm-hmm. And here's the worst part, the chances of catching HIV from having male-on-male sex is even worse.
That's crazy, fool.
I know you got the sex agent stuff, but your DNA is still male.
That's real shit.
So, I mean, I think that's just very disrespectful. And the people that making fun of all these young men that got swindled or whatever it was, saying that they gay or now they had to go out and fucking go get goddamn with lie detector tests and shit like that. That's like trauma. Like, motherfuckers gonna commit suicide from that. I'm like, bro, what if that was your son? You bully them enough, they gonna commit suicide from that type of shit because they got swindled and bullied into having sex with somebody. And these are young kids too. Mm-hmm. They not 25, 30 years old. They like 18, 19. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get some pussy. Or what they thought was pussy.
Like, what if that was your son, bro?
I mean, like, come on, man.
Like, yeah, then would you say the same shit?
And then when they commit suicide, it's, oh, man, we need to take care of these young kids. No, you didn't bully them into saying, oh, no, you gay now because you had sex. You didn't even know who it was. Man.
Fuck out of here.
It's sad, and that shit needs to be... If you want to be, get a sex change and everything, cool. I don't care about that. Do what you want to do. Mm. But whenever you start talking to somebody of the same sex that you was born of, you need to relinquish that information. Hey, I like you a lot, but I was born a man. Or are you still willing to continue this type of relationship?
Yeah, I think it need to be a database like they do like sex offenders, different things like that, like to where you got to report that if you do it. If you want to go through with the surgery, you got to report that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that way, people can look it up. Now, of course, most people is not going to look people. Most people don't even know how to do background checks, right? Mm-hmm. But at least the information will be out there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Motherfucker can't say that they hid nothing from you. You just chose not to go do the due diligence. But it's out there. But it's a lot of them, man, that just don't. They'll go full all the way through with it a few times, and then y'all get into an argument. Well, boom, that's why I was this, I was that. And then that person crash out and do something crazy, and now you wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, nah, bro. Like you owe it to people to be upfront. It's just like if you got a STD or something, and you go in there to have sex with somebody, you got crabs or you got chlamydia or whatever the case may be, or something worse, syphilis, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? And now this person got that when you knew the whole time. That's wrong.
The whole fucking time.
That's wrong, bro. So yeah, I'm for that, man. Like that should definitely be a crime. Like you got to give somebody the option. Because just like Smooth said, there's going to be plenty of dudes that's going to be willing to go. Anyway.
Hey.
Clearly, it's people on record. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say no names, but it's plenty of dudes on record that's like, all right, that's all good. Like, you a woman now. I accept you as you are. Sex change, all that, blah, blah, blah. Let's rock. But, you can't, like, do that intentionally to fool people. And it's just funny to me how, like cis men are seen as, like, homosexuals like biggest enemies, right? But whenever something like this come out, it's like Kenny just said, who's the people ridiculing these men the most? It's women. Ridiculing these dudes. Like, nah, like why is like if y'all so in alignment with the LGBT community, why is it that's y'all first insult to a man? To a heterosexual man? Oh, he gay. Oh, he this. Oh, he that. Like, why are y'all using that as insults if y'all arm in arm in alignment?
That's real shit.
Think about it. So, you know, I mean.
Oh, no, I got some gay friends and all that. I'm cool with gay people. And then your first insult to a man. Oh, get your gay ass out of here.
The first insult, bro.
That's crazy.
But we the, what's Smooth say? We the criminals.
We the criminals. Well, we the criminals.
We the criminals.
It benefits their narrative, doesn't it?
Exactly. So, you know, again, prayers to all parties involved. You know, that's just a rough situation. But it's all over the timeline right now, man. I just hope them dudes is, you know, doing what they need to do, man, to get right, get to therapy, get to whatever, you know, it's necessary to get themselves right. Because that is some hard shit to accept.
Hope she makes it out safely too, Hennessy. I don't want nothing bad to happen to her, whatever it is.
Right.
But you gotta, you know,
we gotta move better out there, man.
You can't come out like that and start blasting men for
me. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that. Hey, you get what you put in. Karma is karma. That's how I live, baby.
Well, they was putting something in.
Next subject, man, we're gonna get into is
that the booty hole? Oh, this is tight.
Oh, never had nothing.
Damn, this feel like this is freshly made.
Wow.
You said this your first time?
This nigga say freshly made is
you
crazy.
said only one person touched it?
Nigga say it still smell like the plastic.
Ain't nothing like the first time. She out there sound like Glorilla.
Bro.
Okay, man. Prayers to all
faking orgasms, bro. The game dirty, bro.
It's a cold game out here, bro.
Man,
all right, man. We gonna
try to tell you I can blow your mind.
Hey, I wonder,
baby, if I touch you.
I wonder how many dudes went down on them.
Oh no, we ain't wanted none of that. Go to the next topic.
I wonder how they feeling. I know they doing this.
It's still a pussy.
I know they doing this.
It's just a manufactured pussy, but it's still a pussy. It's like a pocket pussy.
Really and truly, though.
It is.
It is really and truly.
Bro.
They just cut the pole off,
bro. What the fuck going on?
It's press all poison.
Oh boy, like I know them dudes using the same tricks. How deep it is?
Nigga said, "Oh, I'm deep in this. Nigga, you can only go 3 inches in here."
Damn.
To add an extra 3 inches was a little bit more.
Wow. The game dirty, dog.
The cost increased by the Look here, man. We gonna keep next subject.
The depth increase.
The depth increase is an extra 3,000. You wanna try and pay that?
The doc say, "How girth do you want something?"
Take care.
That's what I charge.
If you want to go deep, you gotta go to the butt. You gotta go to the butt if you want to go deeper.
We're gonna keep this thing moving, man. We're gonna stay within current events. Comedian earthquake.
Mm-hmm. Real.
Because the clip hit the timeline.
Real.
Well, you know, he was caught up in some child support drama, whatever the case may be. We're gonna play this clip. Then we're gonna give a bit more context, and I want to get y'all response to the situation as a whole.
What made you want to come out now with kind of like get these stories out?
Because it's like I'm tired of suffering in silence. You know, like now I got a message from him like right before Thanksgiving. Okay. He was like saying, you know, I'm over in my child support and I'm done with my financial obligations. So he was paying less than $3,500, paying $114 over on his child support. So now he's like, I'm done. So now I feel like my son and I are right back in the beginning when we started off, like homeless. Where are we gonna live? How am I gonna get my son through high school and through college, and trying to figure out how to support him, you know, still be the mom, and, you know, figure it all out with no roof possibly.
What do you want to see from Quake? Like, what is your, like, if he's watching this, what are you trying to communicate to him?
Well, I would hope that he would continue to be the dad that he's been. I would hope that he wouldn't just leave his son out there homeless. And I would hope that he would continue to be a good father to our son.
Just a bit of context here. So, Earthquake got this young lady pregnant approximately 17 years ago. Relationship didn't work out for whatever reason. She put him on child support. He was, you know, ordered to pay. Well, she said under $3,500 a month, whatever the case may be, probably about $3,400 a month. And he was making all his payments on time first couple of years, and then he just like you just said, he said, man, I started thinking to myself, damn, what if I get sick, and I'm not able to perform because he's a comedian. So, it's a situation where like you only as valuable as the amount of shows you can do, or whatever the case may be, movie spots, show spots, whatever. So he said, what if I get sick, man? And I may not be able to keep up with this $3,400. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start paying extra. So he started paying that extra, and he paid it for 15 years. Like he say, he never got sick. So by the time his kid was 17, child support supposed to end at 18. By the time his kid was 17, he done paid over what it was that he was supposed to pay. So she called him, but the whole time that, he's paying over, she's treating overages like it's regular child support payments.
And he was paying it for 15 years, right?
Paying for 15 years overs. You know what I'm saying? So instead of doing what a responsible mother would do, right then, okay, he paying $300 over. Let me put this $300 to the side. This ain't got nothing to do with this month.
Or if she was smart, she would have went back to court and said, if he can afford to pay over what he's supposed to pay, I need more money.
Or that. But she didn't do either of the two things. She accepted the more money and just spent it as if that was his normal payment. So then when the child turned 17.
And never worked.
So when the child turned 17, earthquake is officially done. He's paid every dime that he was supposed to pay in terms of child support, but the child still has a full year left to live with his moms before he goes off to college. And she's mad at him. She feel like, well, damn, you should still be paying me some money. Even though you paid every dime that the judge ordered you to pay, you paid it off early. We spent that already. So now you just gonna let me and your child just go without just because you done paying the child support early?
And people feel sympathy for her, bro. You got people in the comments, oh, he should continue paying and all this type of. Come on, bro.
He got more time to be a real father figure now. He ain't got to worry about making payments. If you so worried about that, you can't afford to take care of that child or put a roof over his head.
Let him have
he
a child.
He need to go live with his father now.
That's it. And then
your problem was that you accepted that overpayment. Ain't never asked nothing about it. Ain't never said, hey, why are you paying over this amount of money? Why are you paying more than what you should be?
Man, I'm pretty sure they had that conversation sometime
I'm not going to assume nothing. All I'm going to say
I'm pretty
is,
sure they did.
If she did, she said, oh, okay, I see what you're trying to do. You trying to get out early? Cool. I'm going to put the extra on the side. But see, that's the problem with a lot of these women. They take the child support and they use it for her support.
Correct.
Look, in 15 years.
35 $35 a month.
Look, in 15 years, without him paying the overages, she got $612,000 clean. You get what I'm saying? So roughly, with the overages for 15 years, let's add another hundo to that. You know what I'm saying? You got $700,000 for 15 years. You mean to tell me you still want this man to pay you? You want this man to pay you because obviously from that video, you know what I'm saying? What I take from it is you ain't pick up no skills over them years. You ain't do nothing. You just sat there and accepted that money and lived on it.
You ain't the responsible adult in this situation.
You know what I'm saying? And this what men go through, bro.
Now we could say maybe she said he don't want the kid. But I can't even say that because she said he was a father figure in her life.
That's why I can't say that.
Fam.
He was a father figure and he paid over for 15. Bro, you know how many women would die for your position, bro?
You had 17 years with my son. I need that year with my son. Give him here. You're going to figure out how to take care of your life. I got my son.
That's crazy.
You ain't got to give me no payments. No, none of that. But I want my son.
That's crazy, bro.
Because obviously you not a good example as a parent financially.
At all.
How to take care of my kid. And as a man in this world, if you don't know how to financially take care of yourself, because he's picking up on whatever features his mom's doing.
Of course.
What have you taught your son that a woman should be?
You can't financially control yourself and take care of your son. Nah. I need my son now. I need to show him how to take care of his finances and not worry about nothing else. Not worry about nobody paying these bills. Because obviously none of the money went to the money.
That's what I was about to say. None of the money went to that $600, $700 because he paid over for 15 years. $700,000 that came in that house.
$3,500 a month, bro.
That's crazy.
That was all going
crazy
to her. Yeah, she may have bought him some school clothes, but let's just be realistic.
Where they live at?
You buying school
Where they live at?
That's real shit. I want to know that. I want to know that. But realistically, you know, I be hearing these women, I gotta buy school clothes and all this shit here. Bro, you buying school clothes August. You buying a bunch of them bitches. You buying some more school clothes in December. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta buy no more school clothes until August again. You only paying for school clothes in a sense 2 times out the year, in a sense. Now you got some parents that go overboard with 3, 4, but the field is two times a year. You know what I'm saying? Me. So with that $3,400, let's take out the clothes. Bam.
Your son,
what you doing with that
is
money?
a prodigy of somebody that a lot of people don't know. You don't need top tier daycare,
bro.
You don't need no exclusive private school. You don't need no exclusive living arrangements. You don't need none of that. And you getting 35? Was it 35?
She said a little under $3,500.
$3,400 a month. That is insane.
It's
on top
insane.
of whatever you want to do.
To blow for 15 years.
And for him to miss 6 months of payments and you talking about we about to be homeless.
I'm telling you, bro.
That is crazy.
That means she was spending every dime every month.
And that means she wasn't working. She wasn't bringing no extra
She wasn't
income.
bringing no extra income, nothing.
Could you imagine just right now, right? Y'all working. Could you imagine just getting an extra $3,400 a month? Just
if you was in the military, disabled veteran, get 100% disability, you would get 34 if you were single, not married. You get about $3,300 a month. They say that is enough to go to college and live in Houston, Texas for $3,300 a month as a single individual. And that is definitely more than a month for 1 bedroom. You get a 2-bedroom for $3,300, $3,400 a month.
That's more than enough. That's more than enough.
That's for tax free. You ain't gotta do nothing, but that's coming in. You go to school.
Matter of fact, you can get my old house with that money, and that was 3,100 square
and you
feet.
can still work your own job,
bro, and still have 2,000.
I need to up my disability. Matter of fact,
I'm about to go put my application in as soon as we get out of it.
I need to adjust my shit. Goddamn
Bro,
it.
I just don't understand it, bro. And then
That's
they
crazy,
had
bro.
women in the comments like, he should still pay and all that. That tell me
24 karat gold dog.
Hey, that tell me none of the women in them comments did nothing with their life. Did not, like, what have you taught your son about women? Nothing. You have taught him that women are freeloaders. That's what you have taught him. That's what he has seen.
She's saying that if she goes to work, she can't be the mother.
Man, stop that bullshit.
Been. You heard what she said. She said, so I would hope that he would continue to take care of his son so I can continue being the mother that I've been.
Shit.
You had 17 years to do that shit. You don't even need daycare no more. Hey, don't open that door. I'll be home.
Yeah, once he hit like 13, she ain't need that shit.
You pulling out the chicken and putting it in the goddamn sink, running water over it.
Bro.
When I get home, you ironing your own clothes. And doing your own homework before I get home.
Right.
Be ready for whatever extra curricular activities you got outside of school.
In a sense, for 5 years, her son has been self-sufficient. Like little maintenance. Little. Low maintenance. From 13 to 17, low maintenance. All he needed was some clothes and some need. Maybe a gaming phone here and there. Like, come on, bro. You mean to tell me you ain't pick up no skills in 15 years?
He did.
17 years. That's crazy. And then you want to complain when a man has, you know how many women out here is still owed child support from 15, 20, 10, 5 years ago? And you complaining about some child support that he was overpaying for 15 years straight? You need to be stoned. Like, come on, bro.
Oh, man. But again, man, salute to Earthquake, man. This is what I don't want to let this segment pass.
I respect him so much, man. I respect you for doing that, man. You stood up and did your job. Hey, man. Hey, Mo, salute to you, man. You did what you were supposed to do, and don't pay a dime, Mo.
Look here, when I see great fatherhood on display, man, I just want to put a spotlight on it, and that's what that is,
bro. Man
paid extras, man. He didn't have to do that, but because the mother was so ill-equipped to handle her finances. So that's my whole thing. Is at least you can take some finance classes and learn how to handle the money. You ain't going to work. You ain't doing shit else. You sit around that because let's be honest here, your kid's spending more time at school than he's spending at home. Let's call it a spade. And especially if you playing some sports.
And then come on, man. We can go even farther than that. your baby daddy is Earthquake. If you would have just straightened up a little bit, y'all ain't gotta be together. Fuck all that being together shit. Motherfucker, teach me how to get some money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because Earthquake is running into these people. Earthquake is out here. Earthquake know you got his son.
Boy's a legend.
So
man.
of course he gonna put you on some money. Whether you fuck the relationship, your son is over there. Mm-hmm. So he knows, hey, if you come to me asking about some bread to put you on some bread and educate you about a position or something and put you in position to get your own money, bro, I'm all for that shit. Because that's better for my son.
Right.
You didn't even take time over the years to do that. You just sat there and took money from this man. And then when the well went dry, you wanted more.
Sat on your ass.
That's crazy.
But that's the predicament a lot of us find ourselves in. And then instead of, again, going to him about it, you want to come in public and try to embarrass the man and end up embarrassing your damn
I'm pretty sure she went to him. I'm pretty sure. Oh, I need you. And he told her, hell no. I'm pretty sure she went to him in private.
Yeah.
To try to get some more money. And when he told her no, she was appalled.
She should have came back and begged 100 more times because this ain't it. Because you with the plan you had to come and embarrass him, it backfired.
Exactly.
You made yourself look very stupid.
You should have asked him, hey, I need to take care of myself.
Right. I get a loan or something.
Not even a loan, but is there anything that I can do to get paid for or teach me and all these type of things?
That takes a level of humility that she does not have. You could tell in that quick little videos, humility is not her strong suit.
Bro.
She done been talking bad about Earthquake all these years, all types of stuff. She ain't crawling back.
And that's our problem, bro. Too prideful to know when you defeated and needed help.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Calm that shit down. Go to that man. Because you his baby mama forever, bro. You his son mama forever. Forever. And he know his son gonna want to see his moms, bro. And he ain't gonna want to see your ass on those streets. So goddamn humble yourself and go to this man and ask him how to get on some money. Yeah. Not get his money, but ask him how to get on some money. You got the table in front of you, baby. You just got to learn how to sit at it and close your mouth and learn how to eat at it. Like, come on, man.
Instead, you want to go to social media. We're going to keep this thing moving, man. Prayer Star parties involved. Speaking of social media, Boosie was recently made an appearance. He done been on a little run lately, man, a little media run. But he was talking about our social media. It's ruined relationships. Play the clip, man. I want to get y'all take on what he had to say.
Media fucked up everything. It made more avenues for money now.
Right. For sure.
But it fucked up everything. Marriages. Everything. Right. At first, your bitch used to just see the niggas at work, you, and that's it. And come home. That's all she had to look at. Now she got about 30,000 niggas to look at. You heard me? For when you don't act right. And she hypnotized by all the other the bitches getting shit on Instagram. That she ain't getting.
That's true.
So all that time you didn't put in but no money, it fucked up everything. It fucked up you too. All you had to look at was your side bitches, your bitches at work, your bitch at home, and come back. That's all we had. That's all. A couple side bitches from the other side of town. Now you hypnotized.
Yeah.
You look at your bitch and you see 1,000 bitches look better.
At their best too.
And you looking way better than your bitch. You look over at your bitch, you like, it fucked up. It made us hoes, bro. It made us hoes.
No, I did.
It made your bitch a hoe. It made the nigga a hoe.
Nigga Boosie.
That nigga
He
ain't
kept
lying.
that's why he kept it a bean on there, folks.
The more I watch social media, the more I see like that shit is rough. It's rough out here.
Hey,
because she sees so much shit that you shouldn't be going for that you normally would go for because you don't even see the other shit. There's so many women you see on social media like, God damn. Let me just take one shot at that. Oh, goddamn, let me take another shot at that. Let me take another shot at that. It's one better than the other, and you just don't want to settle down. A lot of people don't want to settle down. They just think they got a chance with that next one. They got a chance with that next one. And reality is like, fam, that's not how life works. Let's get you
find
one
out
and
everybody the same.
Get out of there. I'll be contemplating if I ever get serious in a relationship, just saying the end with social media And that shit is a detriment to relationships.
I agree.
Well,
It don't make shit good. Like you sit there, you like one picture, I would feel bad about it. If I like one bitch picture that look good, that I know I'm liking this because she got her ass out.
And given the opportunity.
Like, fam, you know what I'm saying? And
Put
I
it
know
through the sheetrock.
my girl over here liking this man picture because he got his chest out. He didn't worked out and he all buff and shit. And I'm over here looking like Pillsbury Doughboy. I'm gonna feel some type of way about it.
Yeah.
I shouldn't, but I am.
that's crazy, bro.
And it's like just builds up and then it impedes into arguments like, okay, well, why am I always arguing with this person when I got this person in the background liking my pictures too that look way better than you. I don't know if they can provide for me like you do, but I'm willing to take that chance because physically I'm attracted to them.
Right.
And if we send a little couple texts, mentally they're going to sound the same way because we only talk once in a blue moon.
That's how it works.
Tell me everything I want to hear.
You know what I'm saying? It's that shit is crazy. Like it's financially, like he's saying, that shit is big. Like people making some big money, but relationship wise, it's
killing us.
Killing black people, and for sure. I don't know about the white community, Asian community, Hispanic community.
Them girls seeing them other girls get them Chanels, get them YSLs.
Yeah. And even as a man, like even if you're not in a relationship, just looking at yourself as a whole, like you don't even feel like you're doing good enough because you see other men with these Lamborghinis that they didn't rent it out, Ferraris, on a yacht, doing all this, flashing their money that they just took out a $100,000 loan that they ain't gonna be able to pay back.
You know what I'm saying?
Money. But you don't know that. So you only see what you see and you feel like, damn, I'm not doing good enough. Why this nigga right here ain't doing nothing?
Looking at it from your cubicle, making $15 an hour.
Yeah, I'm making $15, not knowing in the background this nigga got a big ass loan, just trying to persuade this figure that he don't.
He
even
a whole scam about to go to jail.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that shit is.
Nah, the game is dirty, fool.
Our mindset, mentally, our capacity to withstand certain things is drastically changing and
most people can't hold a relationship because of social media.
Becoming a detriment to our community.
Yeah, I mean, social media is the most dangerous drug ever invented. And if y'all watch that special on Netflix,
shit about Facebook.
Yeah,
motherfuckers was suing Facebook because they couldn't get off of Facebook.
Correct. Yep.
That is insane.
Yeah, like if you look at just drug use in general, right? We had some rough drugs, heroin, cocaine, all type of drugs. You look at all of them, crack. Like the amount of attention and the amount of time that they said, because they did a study, the amount of attention and the amount of time that a fiend would pay to those type of drugs, people pay triple that amount of time to social media. When people wake up in the morning before they brush their teeth, they check their phone. When people on dates, like they ain't even paying attention to their partner, they looking at their phone. Like you out with your kids playing at the park, you looking at your phone. So it's like it's all consuming. Like it's at all points of like it done took away even small talk and shit. Like when you on the elevator with somebody, it could be 4 people on the elevator. As soon as they get on the elevator, what first thing everybody do? Pull out their phone and look down.
That's a fact. I see it.
That's
all
why you
the
ain't
time.
got house parties like you ain't got like no more. You ain't got clubs with a dance floor no more. Motherfuckers don't want to dance. They just want to sit on their phone and record something. And you know what I'm saying?
I see why when them celebrities throw them private parties, they take the phones.
Well, this was for one reason, but I mean that's part of it. But it's more than one reason. The main reason,
that too. But I see why they take the phones.
Yeah,
like come on, man.
But even traveling is different. Like motherfucker can't even enjoy the trip no more. You got people trying to video the airplane, people trying to video the baggage check-in, video the beach, video the bar, video the. I'm like, God damn! Like, did you enjoy it? Did you spend any time enjoying it at all?
The crazy thing, they put the goddamn here's your airtime on your phone this week, this month. You done been on the phone for 9 hours. I'd be like, damn, I was on this bitch for 9 hours consistently.
Facts.
All I was doing was looking like at Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. You didn't refresh your feed 16 times, seeing the same thing, you still cannot stop. Well, me, I'm not gonna say you. I'm gonna say me. I still cannot stop.
You ain't alone.
I'll be
Everybody
up at 3:30 a.m. because I'll be at work most of the time, but still be refreshing that bitch, knowing I just seen the same shit. Now go back to Instagram, refreshing it, nothing new. Go to Facebook, refresh, nothing new. Back to Twitter, refresh, nothing new.
Yeah,
back to Instagram, nothing new. I don't even try to get on TikTok. I stay away from TikTok because I know if I get too deep in that shit, I ain't gonna have no fucking time. I'd rather get on here and refresh shit than fucking read a book.
Right.
Learn something new.
Right. You damn near got even when you reading a book, you got to turn your phone off.
You got to turn it off.
Because that bitch vibrate, you going, it ain't going on over there.
It ain't got to vibrate. You just see that shit flash screen.
Yeah, let me check and see what's going on.
Let me go ahead and open it up. Unlock.
Right. So it's, again, it is a addictive drug, and it's really affecting us in a terrible way. But it's like we so addicted to it that it's like we couldn't even imagine. That's why you got people like have a panic attack if they lose their phone. Mm-hmm. It ain't about talking or texting nobody. It's about I ain't gonna be able to check my social media. Or even funnier, when you go into like somewhere and they ain't got no Wi-Fi or no phone signal.
Oh, niggas be wanting to leave. Niggas be wanting to leave.
Open up a club, I cut all fucking Wi-Fi's off. I have a cell phone, what they call
jammer in
that bitch. You get in this hole, it's about to turn up.
It's no signal.
You better dance, drink, if you don't drink, have a good time.
Only thing you gonna know is the time. That's it.
You better be shaking ass and drinking and having a good time. Hey, you know what, nobody better take my goddamn idea. If you do, I'm suing.
Yeah, but that's real. I be finding myself doing it because there's certain restaurants that's by my crib that signal is terrible and the Wi-Fi is terrible, and I won't go to them because of it. Just little things, getting the food good, but it's like I can't sit in there and be away from my phone, away from my interactions. I got to check my insights. I got to check my impressions. I got to check Instagram stats, YouTube stats, all this stuff, and then catch up on the gossip that's going on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like. It's all consuming, man, and when you spend that much time on your device, it's taken away from your relationship. It's taken away from your fatherhood. It's taken away from the bond that you got with your friends. A lot of friends don't even really talk for real. Mm-hmm. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, what y'all shit, bro? I told you happy birthday on social media. What I got to call you for?
Yeah,
I left a comment.
I posted a picture.
Right. So it's like, yeah.
No, nigga, call me.
Right.
Come spend some time with your boy.
That's a fact.
That's what we are. So again, Boosie is 1,000% right. Bro got a colorful way of saying things. But more times than not, bro be 1,000% on point, man. But yeah, on that note, man, we're gonna get into Beatbox brought to you by Quick Hits brought to you by Beatbox.
That's the Beatbox talking.
Beatbox talking.
Gonna bring you Beatbox brought to you by Beatbox on the box on the beat.
Box to beat the box.
I'm trying to go beat some box.
It's a hit. All right, man. Salute to the plug. First things first, man. We're gonna get into a clip by a young lady I seen on the Poor Horseman podcast. Salute to Poor Horseman, man. Another part out of Houston, man. We're gonna have to link up and get some work done. Y'all boys out there kicking ass.
No,
we go. Here we go. Now, but yeah. So they had a young lady on their platform, and she answered a question in regards to men have needs too. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna play the clip. I want to get y'all take on what she had to say.
I would encourage men to find value outside of what they can provide monetarily. I would encourage men to know what is it that they need from women outside of physical benefits. Because you guys do such a great job at minimizing your needs, as women we were taught they weren't important. So y'all hold us accountable for not being supportive or not being loving or not being this or overlooking certain things, missing the fact that you taught us how to do it every time you said it's not a big deal.
So you don't agree with happy wife, happy life?
No, I don't. I think both people should be happy. I think we should both be happy. Well, it doesn't make sense because she can be happy because you are just silencing everything that you need. And now you're miserable.
There'll be a breaking point at some point.
Right, and the breaking point comes out in sabotaging behavior.
Yeah,
that's going to cause damage to the relationship. I would encourage
men have needs too. Men do so great of a job of hiding their needs that we as women don't even analyze them as needs. That's what she said. Powerful. She's 1,000% right.
Yeah, I ain't seen no lie in that.
We done spoke about it before, man. Like we gotta normalize men expressing what it is that we want, expressing our needs. Forever we done been just taught to stick our chests out. I don't need nothing. I'm good. I'll take it as long as everybody else good. I'm good. But that ain't the case. And so, but you don't realize in the process of you doing that, you training her not to value you.
You can't blame the woman for that. So red pill community, get the hell up out of here. This is specifically on the men. Like, you can't demand something out of somebody that you're not willing to to tell and let know that what you are sacrificing is a detriment to you. Like she specifically said, I don't even know how she even came up with this. This is surprising that a woman even said this.
Right.
But like we really sit here and complain about the things that we give up, and then once we fall in love with someone, we don't even express the things that we give up to want to work out and better our relationship.
Yeah.
We just sit here and take it, and then when things go sideways, it's like, well, you know, I gave up this and I gave up that. You ain't never even say nothing to your woman about that. Guarantee if you was want to express that to your woman, she would totally 100% understand and try to evaluate that.
Facts.
Because women don't want to lose a man that they love so much. They don't want to start over. And the fact of the matter is, like, we can't blame nobody but ourselves about the certain situation that we put ourselves in, especially with the happy wife, happy life.
Man.
Instead of being happy spouse, happy house.
Yeah.
Like we got to get rid of that mentality. Like, hey, we got to put all our things that we want to the side and focus on whatever she needs, instead of saying, hey, I'm doing this for you, but I need this from you too. Because you got to be willing. What Ricky say? You got to be willing to sacrifice something of your own to get what you want or whatever.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You said you ain't gonna be able to get nothing worth having without giving up something. That's real. And a lot of times with men, it's our ego, because that's all it is. That our ego is the only thing that keeps us from expressing to women what we not getting, because we don't want to sound less manly. You know, we don't want to sound like we nagging or we a female a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? So instead of sitting her down and like, look, I'm not getting this from you, or I'm not getting that from you, we'd rather take that to the chin or just wait until things blow up and explode on her and then run the list down. It's like, you're not giving me this, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, you're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? How you expect me to, you know what I'm saying, do anything for you if I'm not, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of that could be alleviated with a conversation, but we got too much ego to do it. Understanding the fact that that's supposed to be our woman, that's supposed to be our life partner. So if we can't express ourselves to her freely, we shouldn't be with her. But oftentimes we'll stay in these situations and just build up resentment, and then go release it in, you know, unproductive ways. Going out there and
cheating.
Getting a woman to come in and do the things that you're not doing. And then not only that, not realizing, you know, once we do that, we building resentment for you simultaneously. Because we comparing y'all two now. A lot of men don't look at it that way. They look at it like, okay, I'm just stepping away, you know, just to gas up the tank with old girl, and I come back to my relationship, I'm good. It don't work like that. You go out there and you enter that new, you know, person into your life, and she's doing things for you, especially, just like Kenny said earlier, in moderation. So everything seems great. She's saying all the right things. She cooking every time I go over there. Yeah, but you going one time every 2 weeks. House clean every time I go. Yeah, but you only seeing it one time every 2 weeks. Or, you know, whatever the arrangement is. It's not 24/7 like it is your woman. You know what I'm saying? So now you comparing the two. Like, damn, she doing way more than my woman is doing for me. This is crazy. When, again, all of that could have been fixed if you would have sat your woman down and had that hard conversation. Not saying that it's going to be easy. Not saying that she ain't going to cry. Not saying that she ain't going to get defensive and, you know, tell you that she's not doing what you accusing her of doing and all that. Not saying none of that's going to happen, because it is. Right? But that conversation has to be had if you want to stay with her. Now, if you done with the relationship, end it. And then go do you. But a lot of men won't do that. A lot of men will go out there and try to supplement what they're not getting in their relationship, and then come back to their relationship like nothing happened, like it had no effect on us at all. And it did.
So here's a question. There's the notion going around that men to step outside their relationship just for sex, because that's what they wanted, just sex. And they can come back and still love their woman regardless of the sex.
Definitely. But here's a better question. Do you think that he'll look at her the same as he did before he left? No.
I don't even know if I even worded that question right. But I feel like we use that excuse of saying we stepped out the relationship to get sex, even though we still love you, but we just stepped out to get sex. But in reality, we stepped out to get
much more than that.
Attention.
Definitely. Yeah. I see what you're saying. You're saying like men simplify it as if it's just sex. I stepped away just for the sex, when in reality there's something much deeper than that, but we don't want to express that part of it.
Because if we just simplified it and said it was just sex, and then came back and said, but I still love you, I feel like it's more than just sex. It was attention. Like you wasn't getting the attention that you wanted from your woman. And rather than just the sex, if she would have gave you attention, you would be right there. You wouldn't have stepped out on her.
True.
And for speaking how we're speaking now, you know what I'm saying? Like if we were saying, hey, if as a man, if you came in and started speaking to your woman as the things you wanted, things you needed, conversation, and not blowing it over, and instead of stepping out and going to just go have sex. Because in reality, if it's not just sex, it's more than that. You can't conversate with your woman the right proper way. Like, how do we balance that argument?
And I think it's gonna take being honest with ourselves.
If I'm saying this,
you are dead on, and I see where you're going with it. But we got to be honest with ourselves first and admit that. I think a lot of times, like, and in our head, we be saying that it's just sex to save her, but in reality, we be lying to ourselves for real. Like, you didn't step out just because you was horny. That's not it. Because we say all the time, man, if your girl giving you the proper sex that you deserve, I would have never thought to. But it ain't just the sex, it's the attention. But men have too much pride and ego to admit that we require a lot of attention. Because again, it's going to make us seem less manly. Why? Because most men, quote unquote, do not require a lot of attention. We low maintenance. We don't need much. Long as the girl taken care of, long as the kids taken care of, we good. I'm good. I ain't tripping. That's not true. It's not.
Being a married man, I can tell you what you do require a lot of attention.
A lot.
I just want to ask y'all as married men.
You gonna try to take it. Go ahead.
How y'all feel about attention in y'all relationships?
A lot.
I'm asking from a married perspective because I'm divorced. But for real, in this time and age, y'all growing up in the era of social media and everything, and y'all got kids and everything. Attention is spread.
To be honest with you, a married man
between you and the kids and your wife.
But a married man needs more attention than a single man. You know what I'm saying?
Why is that?
Because you got to realize, like, when a man get married and he start putting this shit together, bro, they got, like we were saying on the last podcast, women wait at the finish line for niggas. You get what I'm saying? So women be looking at, oh, he taking care of her, but I look better than her. I can do this better than her. I can take care of that man better than her. And they'll start shooting at you. Knowing you a married man, like, hey, I can take this man from her and he gonna do what he doing for her, for me. And that's how they look at it. So they don't care what they got to do to get you to get away from her. You know what I'm saying?
But how can your wife combat that? As a married man, you say, I get what you're saying. A woman gonna do whatever they can to get that attention from that.
Men are simple. Stroke his ego, sex. You know what I'm saying? And whatever he likes. Some men don't care if you cook. I ain't gonna just say cook and all that. Some men don't care about that. Y'all may have cleaners coming through. You know what I'm saying? Some men may enjoy you being a great fucking mother. You know what I'm saying? Some men may enjoy your hustle and you putting that into the household. Like, just understand what your man enjoys and loves about you and give him that. You know what I'm saying? Because every man is different. You're not going to run into 10 men and they all want you to cook. It's just not happening like that.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Here's my question to you. How do you express that to your wife? Is that the type of attention, or what type of attention that you need in a relationship?
That shit you gonna pick up on when you start living with somebody, when you start really conversating with somebody. Like, you know what your partner need as far as like them. You get what I'm saying? Because the arguments in the sense are basically the same. They revolve around the same shit. Same shit. I can give a fuck how long the argument is. I can care less how many years been going by. In a sense, the arguments are around the same shit. That's just real. So when people get divorced over irreconcilable differences,
irreconcilable differences.
You know what I'm saying? It be over the same shit that they've been arguing about. The same shit. Whether that's sex, whether that's, you know what I'm saying? Hey, baby, I feel like you trying to control this too much and all this type of shit. Like, it's be the same shit revolving around the shit. It's just somebody can't turn their ego off. That's basically what it be. Somebody on one end cannot turn their ego off because women have egos too. That's just real. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like ego has no place in your marriage. Because that will the same thing that pushes you in your career and, you know what I'm saying, your friendships and all that is a detriment to your relationship. The same thing that makes you who you are in your relationship will make your relationship fail, bro. You got to adjust. You got to give something. Like Ricky said, you're going to have to give something to get what you want. And most of the time, most people don't want to give up their ego. Because they feel like, man, this is what got me here. This what made me successful. Yeah, it made you successful in what you do and your friendships and what you do in this work life and all this type of shit here. But that'll never make you successful in a relationship. Never.
All right, so B, this is my same question to you.
Yeah,
how do you go about expressing the type of attention that you need from your wife without being disrespectful or coming off in an argumentative way?
To be honest, I don't think that's possible. And the reason I would say that is because I could whisper what you're not doing for me, and you're gonna take it as me yelling and cussing you out.
Yeah.
Because it's criticism involved, and especially not just criticism from anybody, but criticism to the person that you allegedly love the most in this world. So that's hard to take. So I think as a man, to answer your question directly, you got to rip that Band-Aid off. And, not saying cuss out, not saying be extra rude, but just be very, very matter of fact and very, very blunt. And, again, she going to take it how she going to take it. Sure, it's going to be some crying. Sure, it's going to be some, like I said, denying, just in general. Like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not neglecting you. I'm not da-da-da-da. But you got to stand firm on what it is that you're saying as a man. But oftentimes we don't do that. We'll run into that crying or we'll run into that denial and be like, man, look, man, I don't want to argue, man. You know what, man, you got it. And every time we do that, we dig a deeper hole for ourselves. But fact is that men do need attention, and I'm with Smooth now that I think about it. I never thought about it like that when he said married men need more attention than single men. I would agree, and it's because men thrive off gratitude. And the fact is that in a marriage, I'm wearing more hats than I would wear for anybody I'm talking to while I'm single, right? If I'm talking to somebody when I'm single, we just kicking it like it's very low maintenance. If I don't really like you like that, like I'm not contributing much effort, right? We going on a date, okay, I pay for the date. Or you pull up to my crib, my crib is clean, I make sure I got wine and nice, t-shirts, shorts and shit for you to sleep in, whatever the case may be. But that's it, that's not, don't take much energy, don't take much effort. But when you in a marriage, you paying bills, you taking care of kids, you cooking, you being romantic, you taking care of the car, light bulb in the crib go out, you going to change that. Electricity issues, you going to the breaker box. Like you wear a lot of hats in that marriage. And like I said, men thrive off gratitude. So we need attention. We need confirmation that us being able to take care of our business, wearing all these hats, that it's appreciated by you. And if it's not, then that's going to make us resent you more than anything compared to that low maintenance relationship. If I'm single, if I'm, like I say, if I pay for the date and I don't get the ass or whatever, okay, I ain't really tripping. It's all good, whatever. But when it's my wife, somebody that I made vows to, somebody that I'm in charge of taking care of, and they moving as if they don't appreciate all of the effort that I'm putting into this shit, that right there is enough to break a man. Not even, it's more than him going out and cheating. Just like Kenny just said, it's an attention thing, but more so than anything, it's a gratitude thing. We just want to know that everything that we putting into this relationship is appreciated, because we could be just as easily out here moving like your friends' men that they talking to, that they call you and complain about every day. Oh, he not attentive. Oh, he not doing this. He had sex with me. I ain't heard from him. And we could easily be out here moving like them. Just, no consideration at all for you. We ain't been enough. Like men make a lot of consideration and sacrifices behind the scenes that our women don't even know about. Just to make sure that her life goes as smooth as it possibly can. And it be little things that we pay attention to that we just get done. And we may not even tell you that, but we just doing it.
What's crazy is, man, I see a lot of women these days that be married to these men. You know what I'm saying? And some men, they not high earners. That's just, well, a lot of men, they not high earners. They may not be smart enough to go get their degree and all that, but they're a hard worker. And they allow you to have the space to go get these degrees and all that. And they make the sacrifice when you do get that degree to have that, to go get your RN or fucking whatever the fuck you going to do.
Yeah.
Which is going to require a lot of time from you. When I see a lot of women get these jobs, bro, and they look down on the man that put you in position to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's trash of you. You know what I'm saying? Like you step into a certain status and this man allowed you to get there, and then you start looking down on this man. Men don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So with y'all women getting this bread, like understand, like you, like especially when you start making 80, 90,000, there ain't a lot of men doing that. Just face it, bro. It ain't a lot of men doing that. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of women, in a sense, over these couple years that's about to pass, a lot of y'all gonna have to make adjustments. You get what I'm saying? Because that degree can't hold you at night. You know what I'm saying? That degree can't gouge your kids the right way and all these type of things, because you may be the breadwinner. You may be the one to go get all that bread, and you chose a career that can get you whatever. You get what I'm saying? And your man makes the sacrifice to let you and allow you to do that. Because just imagine your man walking on you while y'all got kids. You going to have to adjust everything. Everything. All that shit with your high-paying job, and you got these kids, and now you got to put them in daycare and all this type. That's a big-ass adjustment. That's a big-ass adjustment than you having a man that got a regular 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? He dropped the kids at school or to daycare, pick them up from school or daycare. It's a big ass adjustment when you got to do all that shit and still go to work.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Smooth and B about the attention part. Like being single, getting attention, and being married and getting attention is 10 times the difference. Like it's a different feeling when you're married and getting the thank you from your wife out of nowhere for saying, hey, thank you for taking out the trash without me asking. Thank you for going to go get the mail without me asking. Thank you for, paying this light bill, for doing that. I appreciate it. Not even no physical, no, I'm going to suck your dick tonight. You gotta give you the best pussy. It's just the fact, like, I pledge all women just sit there one day out of nowhere and just come out and say, hey, baby, thank you for doing such and such, and watch your man's reaction, his body language, his facial expression. Watch how he blushes.
Hey, you ain't even gotta say no money. You can just say, hey, thank you for leading this family.
Watch how that man blushes. He won't even know how to respond to you.
Exactly.
This is a fact. He won't even know how to respond to you. He might say, no, that's just what I gotta do.
Most of the time, you don't get from a man is, come on, girl, this is what I do.
Or he won't even know what to say. And then you'll realize that you don't even give it to your man that much. Like the appreciation that, and he'll work 10 times harder. If you give that to him once a month, 2 times a month, 3 times a month, just the repetitiveness of doing it. Watch how your man's body language and how he feels about going to work, waking up for work, coming home and doing whatever task you might have for him after work. It changes because he feels like everything that he's doing is making a difference in how you feel about him. I could tell you from me personal experience, when my wife ever said something, my ex-wife ever said something about me, I just feel totally different. Like it was appreciative. Like she sees what the hell I'm doing.
Exactly.
It's a fact, man.
Not just taking the benefits of it, but she sees it. And that's totally different from when I'm saying, I don't give a fuck what you see what I'm doing. I'm doing just because I want to do it. If you appreciate, it is, I'm doing it. I'm doing what I got to do with it. I'm doing this, you know what I'm saying? But when your wife comes in and say, hey, she ain't got to say things, but she's saying things because she appreciates what you're doing for her. That is, I'm telling you, if you woman, you could do this and then write it on the podcast, put on a social media, on our Instagram, YouTube, I'm telling you, it's a different body language. And you can come to your man, show your man, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever it is. Just do that one thing, and I'm telling you, it'll be a totally different body language. You'll see the soft side of your man, the feminine side of your man. That motherfucker just smirk up, start blushing. Nigga, you dark as hell. How the hell I see your rosy red cheeks? I'm telling you, it's totally different. No, I'm just sitting there like, that shit is crazy how much of an effect it has on your man.
Yeah. Hey, even for the women that make more than your man, like if you know your structure would not survive without him, just watch how when you just come in, hey man, I just want to say I appreciate you for all this shit you do for me, making a sacrifice to let me be in the front and all this type of shit. Because that's a big sacrifice for a man to let you just be in the front.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? And without the complaining and handling everything on the back end, bro. Just watch how you come in and you just say, I appreciate you for all that. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got to be money. Watch how you know what I'm saying? It's going to be a different light in him.
And it goes both ways. You know, man could do the same thing for your wives. But
typically,
more
we do that
times
for
than
our
not, it's the husbands that need more reassurance. Mm-hmm. It's doing a lot more, trying to please you, and it shouldn't take Valentine's Day for you to say thank you. It shouldn't take your birthday for you to say thank you. It should take Christmas for you to say thank you.
Father's Day.
It should take Mother's Day for you to say thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It shouldn't take that. It should take whenever you on your period and he come in the door with a box of chocolates, your favorite candy, and a bag of chips.
Mm-hmm.
Cause he know any real man that's married to you know when your cycle coming around. Mm-hmm. I'm keeping track of that. Well, me personally, I'm gonna keep track of that because I know what time period I got to get in that window to when I gotta get it smashed.
I know when I can.
And I know in this time period, hey, it might be your cycle time, and if I could tell by your mindset, oh, it must have came around. I'm gonna go to the store and on Friday get you some flowers and some chocolate, and I'm coming home. Hey, and all you gotta do is say, hey, thank you, baby, I appreciate it. And motherfucker, I'm gonna be jumping from ear to ear. Yes, I did what I had to do.
Yes. Let me get on this game.
Yes. Yeah. I ain't gonna get on it. Yes. Let me hold you.
Man, but I mean, just again, like I said, man, just it's the small sacrifices that a lot of women don't even see. Like I said, that men make behind the scenes. They don't see that, you know, you done came home tired and your man know you gotta get up for work, but you done got your clothes out. He done took the liberty to iron them motherfuckers for you, or you know, you done maybe went to sleep or something while you was washing clothes. Your man done woke up at 3 a.m. because he knew that the washer was going. Let me make sure that these clothes is in the dryer for when she get up in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, that you done drove that car. Your man know that gas light was on, but he know you got to drive 30 minutes to work in the morning. But, you know, we just had a lot going on that day. So, you know, you couldn't get to it. He done woke up at midnight to go make sure there's some gas in that car. Like, it's the small things that you done cooked that meal.
The kids together. You ain't got them together. You fell asleep.
Right.
I put the clothes out, put their backpack, signed the papers that was in that bitch, everything.
You done cooked that meal, there's food on the stove. The man done realize, you know what, damn, let me go put this food in the refrigerator so it don't spoil. Like, it's small things like that men just do. And we don't announce. We never announce it. We just do it. Mm-hmm. But, you know, so when we not getting that gratitude, when we not getting that appreciation for what we do, like, it makes us think about all of that. And like, damn, like, what am I doing any of this for? I could be just as easy. I could be just as inconsiderate as most of these niggas out here. Since we getting the same credit for it. So that's a thought that you never want to go through your man's head, bro. So just like Kenny and them saying, it don't take, you know, you dropping down on your knees and giving them no head and that. The man just want acknowledgement. He just want to know that you paying attention to all the sacrifices and the consideration that he has for you on a day-to-day basis. Mm-hmm. And he shouldn't have to announce that he's doing these things. He shouldn't have to ask you for it. None of that. You should be paying close enough attention to send that man just a random thank you text message while you at work. It ain't even got to be nothing crazy. Hey, baby, I just want to say, man, I appreciate it, man. You know what I'm saying? I seen you put that food in the refrigerator last night for me. I just appreciate it. Or, you know, you fix my lunch. You know, I'm on diet, you know, so I couldn't eat what you cooked. So you went and bought me something, you know what I'm saying, that's in line with my diet just so I wouldn't break it, baby. I appreciate that.
I'm already smiling.
Hey, on top of that,
I did what I had to do.
A lot of y'all have all these single friends and y'all get to talking about the niggas that they fucking with, and you see your man ain't nothing like that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and you don't even thank him for it, or you down his throat on some shit. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Because if he leave you, your friends are telling you the field that you gonna play in. That's just real.
Yep.
Everything your friend is telling you about these men that they keep rotating out and they ain't shit and all that, let that man get fed up with you being ungrateful. And vice versa with the woman. Let that woman get ungrateful. Let that woman feel like you are ungrateful. And they walk out the door. It's treacherous out here. It's treacherous, bro.
Yeah, that should go both ways, man. You may need to start congratulating your woman for
that's real.
Coming home and cooking, you know, taking care of your kids. You need to start. We need to, as a whole, start being appreciative of the things that each other gives to one another, the sacrifices we give to one another. We don't communicate that enough in our community, I think, as a whole.
Facts.
You know, it shouldn't take one side saying it first before you do yours. Your due diligence. But that's all I got to say before we keep on going.
All right, we're going to move on to the next one, man. Hell of a conversation. We're going to stay on the subject of marriage. It was a clip hit the timeline where a man was speaking about how his marriage sharpened him. I'm going to play this clip, man. I want to see if y'all agree with his take.
My marriage has been, like, sharpening me. Didi has never been the cheerleader type. She's more like that Phil Jackson that's like, look, we already know you're good. I want to make you great, you know, so she's always poking holes. You know, she's a professional hole poker, you know, but with Didi on one side and C on the other, I think that's why I've become one of the best to do, you know, what I do in this field, because I have two people that are like constantly rubbing up against me, constantly sharpening me, you know, so that's what Didi has done. And, you know, oddly enough, Didi is also, she's been that hope. You know, somebody was asking me the other day about some magazine was like about homeless, and I was like, you know what? I did homeless with Didi. You know, it was never really bad. Like I always felt like, all right, E, this is temporary. Like you're gonna get out of this abandoned building. Like this is temporary. You're gonna eventually be somebody and do something, and you have to, because if you don't, you're gonna lose Didi. Didi still to this day, while everything she says is truthful, the approach sometimes still aggravates me. It's like, yo, you gotta say it like that, you know. And Didi's like, look, here's the deal. I don't want to lose any of the truth worrying about how I'm gonna say it. Like I want to be able to concentrate on, yo, this is the truth. Like this is where you, so just take the truth. And so sometimes we want the truth packaged a certain way, you know. And so for me, I've literally up to this day, I've got to learn to go, man, you know Didi's heart. Like, you know Didi don't want nothing but the best for you. You understand when an air traffic control is telling the pilot something is wrong. The air traffic control, he or she's not getting on the plane. They not flying. They not about to crash. Nothing about to happen to them. They're not telling you because they get on the plane and they're gonna have to deal with the repercussions. They're telling you because they really want you to be safe. They really want the plane to fly and get to its destination without any hiccups. And so I have to remember, like, yo, Didi's not getting on stage. Didi's not writing a book. Like, Didi's not directly impacted by this. She loves me. So yeah, that tension is real, but I have to grow and mature and say, E, what do you want? You want a cheerleader that's gonna make you feel good and you're stuck in mediocrity for the rest of your life? Or do you want a little tension, but somebody's gonna poke holes and make you better and make you the #1 motivational speaker in the world, in the life, in the lifestyle that go, and the legacy that goes with that, bruh, all day. Give me feel, bruh.
All right, man, just in summary, you know, first and foremost, man, shout out to Eric Thomas, man. That boy is doing this goddamn thing out there with the public speaking and just speaking on relationships in general. And built a hell of a platform. He's basically speaking to the fact that, like, you know, his marriage sharpened him, and it's because his wife get dead on his ass when he not doing what he's supposed to be doing. And, you know, a lot of men, you know, shy against that in terms of having a woman that can check them. I've literally heard men, especially in this space, say, can't no woman check me. My wife's not gonna check me, right? But I think you have to have somebody. I'm in agreement with him in terms of somebody that can keep it G with you, that can sharpen you at all times, making sure that you taking care of your business the way you supposed to be taking care of your business. And when you ain't, she'll grill your ass and get dead on your ass to get you back focused and get you back where you need to be. So that's what he was saying. Like, he equated it to like Phil Jackson coaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be, you know, you can't be like again, like as a man, feel like you know it all just because you was born with nuts between your legs. Your woman is a hell of an asset to you, and you need to use her as such. But a lot of men don't do that. They treat their women like children. They think of their women like children. So it's like, hell no, you can't tell me nothing. The same way that a man wouldn't feel like my child can tell me nothing the way that I'm supposed to be living my life. But you know, what he's saying is that is counterproductive. What he's saying is that if your woman, who is your life partner, can't sharpen you as a man to keep you on your shit and hold you accountable, then shit, that y'all on a plane that's going down head first. So what's your thoughts on that? Like,
I
do y'all
say that,
believe
man.
it?
Your woman is your greatest asset, bro. The greatest piece that you got around you is your woman, bro. And if you don't utilize that, bro, hey, that position that you in for the rest of your life, don't blame her, blame yourself, because you didn't utilize all your pieces on that chessboard.
Yep.
Can you imagine imagine playing chess and only using the left side of your board? That's it. You never moving nothing else.
The right side wasn't strong.
And that's
left side.
That's
strong side.
You chose the wrong partner then.
That's real.
You get what I'm saying?
That's real.
Like that's what that shit be, bro. That's what that shit be. And that's what you see with a lot of marriages and a lot of bitter men out here, like, hey, they got divorced and they ain't let their wife work for 15, 20 years and then she take half your shit. You know what I'm saying? You deserve that, because through them 15, 20 years, I guarantee you she wanted to work. I guarantee you she wanted to do something. She didn't just want to stay in the house. But you was like, no, I'm the man. I want to do this, do that. And then she got fed up with your ass because you was a control freak. All you wanted to do was just control. And then when she divorced your ass, you had to pay alimony, give up half your shit, and she got the house and child support. Now you upset. Now you looking at things different. Matter of fact, most of the time, them niggas ain't even looking at it different. They looking at it like, man, nigga, she taking everything. But if you'd have used that as an asset and made her strong too, you wouldn't have had them problems. She'd have had things to lose as well. And that be the problem with men, bro. That's the problem. They don't use their woman. They look at their woman like you just said, like children. You know what I'm saying? When all your woman can be just as strong as you. Like what? I just be thinking to myself, to them type of men, bro, like, what if most people getting wrecks 5 miles from their crib. What if you got in a wreck and was paralyzed? What would y'all do? You know what I'm saying? You got a kid or two. What the hell would y'all do? Because I'm telling you, if you don't let your woman work or you don't utilize your woman, and you paralyzed like that, bro, eventually she is going to leave. Because and it ain't that out of the fact that she don't love you. It ain't out of that. Is we got a child and I gotta make sure they straight. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is, use everything. And a great woman is gonna make you stronger, bro. It's gonna make you stronger, bro. Don't ever forget that. A great woman will make you stronger, but a lot of men, they don't allow their women to make them stronger. They don't allow their women to be great women, which weakens them. That's what I think it go out.
Kenny, how would you see it? Would you rather a woman, in terms of like the dynamics of your relationship, a woman that can hold you accountable and get on your ass when you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing? Or, you know, how would you have it flow? Would you just be the top dog when I say go, I don't need nothing but a little bit of counseling and, you know, move out the way? Like, what's the dynamics?
Man, y'all know how I am. I need somebody to be on my ass because I am a very undisciplined individual. Like my self-discipline is way in the negatives on the charts. And this is just facts. Like I need somebody to keep me in check and not just say, you know, harass me and say, oh, you ain't doing it. You ain't doing that. Blah, blah. No, I'm talking about talk to you and comfort you in the right way to motivate you to keep on doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
You know, they say nobody can motivate you to do anything else, but there's certain words people can say to you. Say, hey man, you know, I see this in you. You my man, like do this. I know you can do this. Let's get it together. I can help you, work with you. And that'll motivate people to start doing more, you know, and doing this other thing. Like it's a lot of things a lot of positives that women add to your life than negatives.
Mm-hmm. Facts, the right woman, yeah. I agree.
And It's the fact that giving over is yourself to get over the thought of maybe losing out on other opportunities with other things and sacrificing, maybe, you know, working on these things with someone that you don't have a definite with. Is probably what's the most scariest part about it. Like you don't have no definite with nobody. You know, you taking a chance with anybody you meet up with and say, hey, this is my soulmate, I'm gonna keep on working with. But if you are for sure and confident in yourself and confident about the decisions you make, then the person that you choose to be your soul partner for the rest of your life is gonna be that person. And you gotta deal with what comes with it. You gotta answer the things that you know you can do and they know that you can do it. You gotta be able to deal with that.
Yeah.
And come back and answer to it. This is not them trying to make you feel like less of a man or less of a person. This is them saying, hey, I know what you could bring to the table. And let's do this together. Everything that they should bring to you is a opportunity for y'all to do it together.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be just a soul, hey, I know you can do this, so I need you to do this. It should be, hey, I know you can do this, so let's work together to get this thing done. Because if I know my wife, hey, you want to go to school? Okay, cool. What do we need to do to get you back in school?
Right.
Not what do you need to do to get back in school? What do we need to get you back in school? What do we need to do to start this business? What do we need to do to benefit this relationship and the better as a whole? Like, that's how all this shit should work out. It should be a partnership, not all onus on one side of the field.
I agree. And I think it's, you know, I don't believe in blind loyalty. And I think that's what a lot of men, especially in this space, believe in, right? Just blind loyalty. I don't need to tell you, I don't need to show you the GPS. I don't need to tell you why I'm doing what I'm doing. You should just ride with it. You my woman, you my wife. Just sit down.
We don't have all the answers.
That's the thing. Yep.
We don't. Don't just say just because you the man, the woman needs to follow everything you fucking say. That is not how life goes. It's not it. I'm sorry to cut you off, B, but that's not how life goes, bruh.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all both have a role to play in this. And when y'all sitting in that fucking car and you think you need to go this way and she says, hey, babe, no, this might be the better route. Let's sit down and talk about this shit. Y'all need to sit down and talk about this. Don't just because you have the, what's the man, the Y chromosome?
X
chromosome, think that every decision you make is the final decision. No. Y'all need to communicate this shit and talk about this shit. This is not 1940, 1920, 1950, 60. Motherfucker, life costs to live these days. A lot of fucking money.
And getting it wrong costs more.
And you got people with the same education as you, the same lifestyle as you, grew up in this, maybe a better household than you, learned better decision making than you. And just because you the man, she needs to follow your decision you make. No, y'all need to communicate this shit together and work out the best outcome. Everybody knows when the shit is, hey, what I gotta say is not right.
Yeah.
And maybe we need to follow her footpath. And a lot of men nowadays, I hear a lot of older men, especially in the red pill community, hey, whatever I say goes. She needs to just follow suit and sit at the house, cook my meals. And
that's why a lot of them are bums for real.
And I want to go fuck these other women.
And that's why
she need to just deal with it and be at the house.
Don't fuck with them for real.
And do this. And then whenever I come home, she needs to just drop her panties. And then when I get bored, she don't offer nothing to me because she don't bring nothing to the table. And I'm the prize.
Niggas gonna swing on y'all.
They can swing on me. I ain't gonna fight. You can have it, bro.
I'm ready to fight.
You can have it, bro.
I ain't hit somebody with an elbow in a long
I ain't choked a nigga out in a long time. If any one of you niggas smoke that shit,
bro, I just want to hit nigga one time, flush with one like back in the day. But that's my whole life. But anyway,
a lot of men know this. A lot of men know this. That's been married, that are married, that know things in life. Marriages work when both parties agree to certain situations. This shit does not work on one mind.
That's just real shit. You know
on one alpha mentality. It does not work that way. If you do it that way, you will be divorced.
That's real shit.
I know. Me personally. it gets so fucking petty that it shit is sickening. That you leave the person that you love so much and it's nothing there. It's just a fucking petty battle.
You know what's crazy, bro? Like, I understand, like, in my marriage, I understand, like, I lead the household. I understand all that shit, though. But I also understand my wife is smarter than me. Book smarts wise, my wife got it. I ain't even on the same plane.
That don't take much, but keep it rolling.
Y'all know better than that. But anyway, but I ain't even
B,
on
C, F,
R, G.
Damn, I just 1, 2, 5. I just missed some. But for real though, like I know I'm not even on the same plane as her. You get what I'm saying? So I'm on some.
I'll wait till Matt done.
I'm on some. Like when it comes to shit like that, I know I need to delegate that. You get what I'm saying? Like, and I know like planning shit. I'm not good with planning shit. I need to delegate that. You know what I'm saying? Like if I was just fucking hard headed and all that, I'm gonna do all this shit. I destroy us. I destroy us. I do a detriment to myself, and then I would destroy everybody after her.
Yeah.
Like I'm cool with that. I'm cool on that. I understand my strengths. I also understand my weaknesses more than my strengths because my strengths are easy. My strengths are easy, but my weaknesses are hard and all that type of shit. So I'm like, all right, if that's my weaknesses, can my wife pick that up? Bam, she can. All right, what's her weaknesses? I can pick that up. And that's how this shit should work, fool. It shouldn't be no one party deciding everything over everything. Because you're not going to be right over everything. You know what I'm saying? You're just not going to be right, especially if you want kids involved. You got to understand. You got to tell your kids, you got to show your kids mostly because they are what they see. Not what you telling them, they are what they see. You get what I'm saying? You got to show them, I'm not unbreakable. You know what I'm saying? I'm not this goddamn superhero that always get it right. I'm not all that. You get what I'm saying? I am wrong sometimes. I gotta have some humility. I gotta have some humbleness in my family. You get what I'm saying? Like all that shit is tools that you need to pick up and show your kids. Like, hey, don't be scared of this shit when you get married and you married and all that shit. You come to a covenant with somebody, bro. Like you need to have all this in your bag because all of this is within the realm of y'all marriage, bro.
I'll just say this, man. Like, I believe in like invested loyalty. That's my take on it. I think when your woman is in tune with the plan, your woman is in tune with what's going on 100%, then, you know, that type of investment, that's the investment I need. Because, you know, just like y'all both spoke so eloquently earlier about, you know, sometimes I have off days. Sometimes I don't feel like dealing with people. Sometimes I'm feeling lazy. Sometimes I just don't want to just go, you know, according to what I'm supposed to be doing, right? But I think that's when that woman that's invested, she gonna know the difference. And she always got the end goal in mind. You know what I'm saying? Compared to a woman who don't have the end goal in mind, she can't really counsel me like she should. She can't really hold me accountable because she don't really know where the hell we going. She just following my lead. So I think, you know, when you have invested loyalty from a woman, like that's what turns you into a damn superhuman. Because on those off days, she can either pick you up to get to where you need to be, or she could just step in and do it. And I feel like as your wife, she should be capable of doing that. Smooth said all the time, you know, you're not promised to always be in good health. And a woman that doesn't have invested loyalty, she don't know what the hell going on. So you gonna throw her in front of the steering wheel and she don't know where the hell we going. Nothing. Compared to a woman that has invested loyalty, she knows the plan, she knows the GPS. You know what, baby, just sit in the passenger seat for a while. I know you down. I'll take over the driving until you get back right. And that's what makes a long-term marriage. That's what makes that 40, 50 years because, again, she's constantly aware of what the plan is, constantly aware of where we're going. So I think, you know, it would behoove men. It's like Kenny said, it's not 1940, it's not 1920. Women are not getting no dumber. Women are not getting, you know, less self-sufficient. Women are out here achieving shit. They out here getting to that bread. They out here getting to their careers. They out here on their shit. So for you to meet a woman and try to dumb her down, good luck with that today. And like I said, going forward, it's going to only get worse. So, you know, things evolve, things adapt, and relationship structure is no different. I think you got to do what's best for you according to your strengths and what your weaknesses is, just like Smooth just spoke about. You know, your woman may be better at finances than you. She needs to be carrying the bulk of that load. You may be better at making, you know, decisions on impulse or decisions after a lot of thought. You need to be carrying the bulk of that load. But whatever it is, team is in mind, end goal is in mind, we is in mind. And I feel like a lot of people don't move with that in mind. They move with, okay, I got to carry this thing, especially if I'm speaking from a male perspective. I got to carry this thing. The buck stops with me. I, me. It ain't no room in a marriage for that type of talk. And if it is, you married the wrong person.
That's a fact.
So that's my take on that, man. On that note, we're going to get into the advice column. That clap is a little loud when you're drunk.
And switch it to, we're going to take a smooth detour into Kenny's R&B section.
Here you go.
I couldn't even
Pretty brown eyes, you know I see you. It's a disgust the way you treat me.
I know I'm overseeing you, dog, man. I got to
Keep
it
to the top.
Hell no. That's
rejection.
Where's the record scratch button? Get this thing off the mic.
You're breaking my heart. You're breaking my heart. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Breaking my heart. Oh, okay, let me
tired of you niggas,
let you niggas breathe. You hear me?
I'm tired of y'all niggas. Where's my button? I don't even know where my button. Let's get back.
Oh,
to
you
what
want me
we
to
was
remix
trying
it?
do. No, we don't.
No.
Oh, yes,
no.
that sound like I need to remix it.
Hell no. First one, Patreon. Ali. It's family right there. What up, boy? All right, man. My dog say, "What's up, family? Got a question." I think
I got an answer.
That'll be interesting to answer, even though it may seem a little personal. But aren't y'all tired, or at least a little burnt out about discussing these dating issues?
No.
It seems like every week a new problem pops up, and yes, certain situations may vary, but it's normally a smaller branch off of another issue that's already been addressed. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure me and other listeners Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays would definitely take a drastic turn without seeing any notifications from Krew season. But it's like, damn, how many more podcasts and shows we need discussing people still get cheated on, abused either physically, mentally, spiritually, or emotionally, babies out of wedlock, no marriages before carriages, baby showers with no father in sight, deadbeat moms, dads, etc. He said, you get what I'm saying. And I know at the end of each live on Wednesday, Trill states this is a solution-based pod and asks the panel members to give a solution to the topics y'all discuss. However, it's like the amount of new old problems that keep resurfacing is suffocating and heavily outweighing the answers. And I do think a reason for that is more and more problems are being talked about versus answers and positive reinforcement, and all of that negativity in a way is being overly forced out in the universe for it to keep resurfacing. I want the best for my people, and this back and forth shit has gone on long enough, in my opinion, not to sound like some old man, but I'm tired of it. So to reiterate my question, quote unquote, are y'all exhausted discussing these black problems in relationships, and how do we as a whole get the solutions to overshadow the issues? As always, y'all stay dangerous. Much love from your favorite baby cuz.
No.
I don't get exhausted by it because nothing changes overnight. And these solutions keep on happening over and over again because it's not something that happens on a regular daily basis. Mm-hmm. Like, we didn't really have these open conversations about relationships and men's egos and how men feel and how to treat relationships and how to talk to women until literally like 4 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, Kevin Samuels came out and it was like a whole nother ball game. You know what I'm saying? So we have to keep on reiterating certain issues and certain things that people going on because nobody listens to 118 episodes of what we got going on. You know, new tuners, new situations, and maybe old situations repeat itself. But we try to give the same advice over and over again, just so it can be repetitive and be taught and be learned, and it becomes a natural occurrence to where we're not really repeating ourselves. But it's not going to change overnight.
Uh-huh.
Like things like this, it's not like, oh, you say it, it's over with. Nah, people need to hear shit 3, 4, 5, 6 times.
Right. That's real shit. And then on top of that, you also have a community on both sides where women are just straight biased to their side. and men are straight biased to their side. We not cut like that. You know what I'm saying? Whatever's fair is fair. You know, our podcast and how we work as men. Whatever's fair is fair, whether you like it or not. It's fair.
We try to be fair. We're not always right. I'm not.
Yeah, we're
you know
not
what I'm
always
saying?
right, but we try to be fair. We
Right.
try to be down the middle, you know, make a few jokes about it, you know what I'm saying, to lighten up the situation, but we try to shoot it straight at you. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like our space is really, really needed because you got other side, you got, you know what I'm saying, bigger followings on both sides of the plane as far as like I ain't gonna say people names and give them that type of light, but people that's just straight feminists, and then some people that's just straight on the men's side, and then when they figure out that shit don't work for their side, they end up on Krew season.
Yeah,
and then they life change. They take our advice. It can be something simple. They take our advice, make a few adjustments, and they life change.
And it don't even have to be taking it right now. You know what I'm saying? It might be, you know, 3 years down the road, but they didn't heard it before.
right.
And you know what I'm saying? Then they start to put it into effect. Like, you know, me, I'm known as Toxic Kenny. You know what I'm saying? But I know what I need to do. I might do a certain different way because that's how I'm rolling right now. But you know, down the road, like, this is what you need to prepare for. This is what you need to do. This is how you need to prepare for it, do it, and continue to have a long lasting relationship with whoever you want to be with. Like, I don't get tired of talking about it because people need to hear this shit over and over and over until it becomes a norm.
Yeah.
And then when it becomes a norm, then you start talking about other things. How do we progress the norm? How do we make it better? Right now, we don't even have the norm.
No.
So, no, I don't get tired. I mean, you know, I might make jokes about it, but no, I don't get tired of talking about it. Because I'd rather people come out and ask me questions about it than just sit back home and do the same shit the wrong way.
Nah, that's true. Yeah, man. I look at it similar, man. Like, we have a sense of duty at this point. A duty none of us ever imagined that we would have. I think when we started this pod, it was just for fun. You know, we just having conversations, talking shit, having a good time, you know, whatever, and that was that. But, you know, once you realize how influential we are, like, we begin to look at it a bit differently. It's like, okay, we got to watch what we say on here. We can't just say anything. Like, we have to, like, say things that are going to have substance, things that are going to have meat, things that's going to be around 20 years from now and still be as relevant as they are with us saying it today. You know, that's the thought process when going into these answers. But the irony is that we don't even do background work on it. It just comes out. It's not like, okay, I send them the topics beforehand, we study it, we do take some notes, but all this stuff is typically off for the head. And, you know, I think it speaks to the greatness of this part of how eloquently we all able to answer these things right off top of the gate and still give you substance that's gonna stick to your ribs. So I think that's what the sense of duty is. Fact is that sometimes people need to hear things a certain way before it clicks to them, or maybe a certain situation. You're right. We may say the same thing 10 times, but we may get it in 10 different scenarios, and that one scenario might resonate with that person that the other 9 didn't.
Yeah.
Because it's a situation that they actually going through, or a situation that they actually seen. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's that, I'm dating somebody on my job and it went, hey, I got somebody at my apartments, and it just went, however it go. Whatever resonates to that person, they gonna pay a bit more attention to it, and it's gonna be a bit more powerful in terms of influence in their decision making. So if we got to give it 10 times in 10 different ways for them to get the message, it's worth it.
Yeah,
because they got the message, which is the goal of this thing. You know, and again, it's like Kenny said, we don't have all the answers. We don't, but all we can do is give you our experiences, and you can use that, take what you need from it, leave the rest. Make the decisions to avoid the mistakes that we made. And if we doing that, then we doing our job.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it. And, you know, just in terms of, feel like just the progression of this thing, man. I think if you've been rocking with us, then you could see it. When we first got to, you know, first started doing it, it was all about dating. If y'all remember, like how to pull somebody, how to talk to somebody, how much you should spend, all of that.
I didn't let niggas in on my life. I don't mean to say the N-word. Damn, I try to say it. I let a lot of people in on my life, my experiences more than they should know.
Yeah, facts.
Y'all know me. I don't talk about my divorce. I don't talk about my relationship. I don't do none of that. And a lot of people done got a lot of insight on, and I think those things need to be said from point of views for y'all to get sort of a feel of where I'm coming from.
Right.
Fact.
Right. So, You know, not to toot our own horn, but we done did a hell of a job of relaying that. You know what I'm saying? And using ourselves.
You got 2 men up here that's married. And
they don't count. I mean, we don't count.
We give y'all insight on how we lead and what structure looks like and all these type of things.
Yeah, my side is easy. I mean, you got 2 men up here that's married that they got to go back and forth to their wives and talk about why they said what they said.
Yeah,
I mean,
I ain't never had an answer for that. In life, boy.
But you know,
never.
But
I mean, it's certain they ain't gonna say it on this. I know in the background, shit ain't been easy.
Yeah,
that way.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's true. Been easy. But hey, we do this.
They still ain't shit. But anyways.
We do this for y'all, man. This shit informational. Plus, we know people not gonna dig, like Kenny said. People not gonna go dig for information and all that type of shit.
And if you do, you find what you fucking find. I mean, there ain't shit to hide.
But people go through things, and then that's when they start looking up shit that they going through and see what other people did.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So we can be talking about some don't talk to coworkers at your job and all that type of shit there. But they got people right now doing that shit. Right? And then they shit go bad, and then they start going online and then looking. It may be 5 years from now.
Coworkers at work.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Be coworker up at the club.
Don't do that, dog.
But you know what I'm saying? Like
in the supply closet.
All that shit. All that shit, bro.
Man, we gotta get that sound effect. I'm gonna find that sound.
On
all
a Saturday.
Shit. So that's for everything, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, this part is very informational, you know what I'm saying? Very informational. People reach out, yeah, man, y'all so real, man. I'm going through this right now. All this type of shit, bro. That I don't be posting that shit. I feel like that shit that is private for them. You know what I'm saying? If they feel like giving it to me, then you know what I'm saying? Like most of the time I give them my number. Like I ain't hard to find.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all, I be ignoring y'all, but keep on.
You know what I'm saying?
You're kidding, Krew.
Hit up Krew season.
Hit up the page.
Hard to find. I ain't none of that shit. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, I just feel like what we doing is cool, man. I
cool
fuck with it.
Yeah. And that I feel like that is a beautiful way to wrap this thing up, man. Y'all boys got any last words before we get up out of here?
Nah. I ain't got
nothing. No.
All right, man. Like I said earlier, man, Ricky Romance will be back.
My holiday mixtape special coming out. Chestnuts roasting.
Get the fuck out of here. Chestnuts
What?
Dog, that nigga stupid, dog.
What?
That nigga thought long and hard about this shit.
What?
Hell no.
See, this is why I can't drop my mixtape.
Nah, it ain't never
Every
coming.
time I think of a name, they want to laugh at me.
Chestnuts roasting.
No support.
I ain't saying I'm not supporting.
What?
I'm saying I ain't supporting. I'm gonna support you in what you strong at. That ain't it, my nigga. We gonna keep this thing moving. Like I said, man, Ricky Romance will be back next week, man. We appreciate everybody for tapping in with us as always. Until next week. Damn, I done cut myself off. Until next week, man. We love y'all. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Salute the B-Box to the plug. Crusader Nation, man. We gonna be back at it.
Tag B-Box. I need 50 B-Box posts.
Hey,
facts
before next week.
Hey.
I don't care if you post the same story over and over again, goddamn. I need 50 of them.
I need y'all to have everybody that's gonna be on the live, everybody that's gonna listen to this show. Wednesday we going live 9:30. You know what I'm saying? I need everybody to have y'all beatbox, and then when we say
we taking a shot before the show starts.
We're gonna take the shot.
I'll get on. Look, I'll get on live if y'all repost the Beatbox Krew season 50 times before next Wednesday. I'll get on live with my shirt off, baby oil down.
Beatboxing this shit on Instagram, and we're gonna do what we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? That's what we doing.
That's facts, man.
That's how we rock it.
Y'all heard it. And on that note, man, we up out of here.
She was just there for the season.